Hello and welcome to yet another video. This is the 5th episode of the story, in which Naruto, born into the Uchiha clan, rises to become the strongest Uchiha and Shinobi ever, alongside his sister, the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Please like and subscribe to show your support. Let's get the show started. As soon as Genma said begin and moved out of the way, Naruto calmly blocked a punch from Iwagi and gave him a quick punch to the face. While Iwagi was momentarily stunned, Naruto kicked him in the ribs then punched him in the face again that made him stumble back. "HN. Not bad, Namikaze," Iwagi said and wiped the blood from his face. "Please, that was me barely trying. I thought you wanted me dead. If you keep toying around you'll be dead before you even know it," Naruto said. "Careful what you ask for, boy." Iwagi said, "Have you even kept up with your training over the years?" Naruto asked, "I'll show you how much I've trained," Iwagi said and went through hand signs earth style, flying stones. After slamming his hands on the ground, Iwagi sent a multitude of rocks from the ground to fly at Naruto, who didn't seem fazed. Naruto pulled out his sword and started to cut through the flying stones with ease and used the fireball jutsu on Iwagi, who blocked it with the mud wall jutsu. Iwagi grit his teeth and went through more hand signs for his next jutsu. Earth style, stone pistol jutsu. Iwagi shot small bullet-sized stones from his mouth and Naruto had to activate his Sharingan in order to see them coming. Naruto started running around and each stone bullet would pierce the wall behind him, showing just how powerful Iwagi made the attack. While Naruto was running, Iwagi used the earth style, earthquake slam to break the ground and threw Naruto off balance. Naruto barely managed to get out of the way of Iwagi as he tried to hit him with the stone fist jutsu. "Pretty quick on your feet. Just like your scum of a father," Iwagi said. "It's a shame that a grown-ass man holds on to a grudge because his village started something and it took one person to finish it. Grow up." Naruto said, "Growing up is what you won't be able to do." Iwagi said earth style, bedrock coffin. Iwagi was able to control multiple sections of rock and move them around Naruto. Iwagi then formed two gigantic sections of earth that went to crush Naruto, who didn't even bother to move out of the way. Iwagi went for the finish and used the earth style, devouring earth to control stones and rocks in the ground to form several enormous jaws made out of the earth that swallowed and crushed Naruto, making the crowd gasp. Competitors booth. Naruto. Temari said, "Relax. He's fine." Natsumi said, "How can you be so sure? He didn't move out of the way." Temari said, "Because Naruto is too fast to get caught in a slow jutsu like that. I'm sure he's already gotten out of that." Natsumi said, "Yeah. Relax, Temari. Your boyfriend is fine." Kankuro said, "He's not my boyfriend." Temari said and smacked him over his head with her fan stands. "Not bad, Naruto." Kakashi said, as he had his Sharingan uncovered, "What do you mean? He never moved out of the way." Sakura said, "He did move. You're just unable to see him move because of how he did it. He combined his natural speed with the Shunshin and he left an afterimage. I was only able to see him thanks to the Sharingan." Kakashi said, "He didn't do any hand signs though." Ino said, "Once a shinobi reaches a certain level of skill, some of their jutsus will require less hand signs to perform the jutsu." Asuma said, "You're telling me Naruto's already at that level?" Sakura asked, "Yes. Naruto right now can possibly take on some jonin if his training over the month was as serious as I think it was." Kakashi said, "Whoa. Talk about being strong." Ino said, "Naruto versus Iwagi, come on, Namikaze. That was way too easy." Iwagi said, "You really shouldn't talk." Naruto said and Iwagi froze, then looked behind him. "How?" Iwagi asked. "I'll keep it simple. I inherited my father's speed." Naruto said and then appeared in front of Iwagi, "I'm not falling for a stupid genjutsu." Iwaji said and turned to punch the Naruto behind him, but his fist went straight through him. What? Iwaji thought, and the same Naruto punched him in the face. It was never a genjutsu. While you have quite the power, you still lack speed. I'm moving around so fast that I essentially have no mass. Naruto said, then I'll have to keep all of your after images busy while I kill you. Iwaji said and created 30 earth clones. Naruto stopped his technique and pulled out his sword again. Iwaji sent all of his clones at Naruto, who ran straight towards them. He channeled lightning chakra through his sword and started to cut through the earth clones. Each of the earth clones were using the iron skin jutsu, so whenever one of them hit Naruto, he felt like he was getting punched by steel. While he was distracted, Iwaji hid underground, and when Naruto finally took out the final clone, Iwaji grabbed his legs and buried him in the ground. Nowhere to run now, Namake's scum. Iwaji said, don't worry. I don't have to lift a finger to get out of here. Naruto said, I'd like to see you try. Iwaji said earth style. Earth spear. Iwaji created a spear of earth and threw it at Naruto. To make things worse, Iwaji combined this jutsu with the earth dragon bomb that shot mud bombs at Naruto. The closer the attacks got, the more eager everyone in the stands grew. Naruto activated his Manjikyu Sharingan and used his Amenota-Jikara ability to switch places with Iwaji, who took the full force of his own attack. Stands, whoa. How did Naruto do that? Ino asked, I don't know. I've seen him do it before, but he just said it was a secret. Sakura said, his Sharingan changed. Is it possible that he already has the Manjikyu Sharingan? Kakashi thought, Kakashi, do you know how he did that? Asuma asked, no. I have no clue. Kakashi said, competitor's booth. What the hell was that? That was no ordinary substitution. Kankuro said, I know. Whatever he did was done with ease. Temari said, why is his eye bleeding? Natsumi thought, hey, Natsumi. Temari said, yeah. Natsumi asked, do you know how he did that? Temari asked, no. But I've got an idea on how. Natsumi said, what's your idea? Temari asked, I'm not telling. I'll ask him after his match. Natsumi said, it's his Sharingan. A voice said, huh? Natsumi asked, what? Temari asked, did you just say something? Natsumi asked, I didn't say anything. Temari said, it was me. The voice said, who said that? Natsumi asked and looked around, what the hell is your problem? Kankuro asked, somebody keeps talking to me. Natsumi said, nobody is saying anything to you. Temari said, I'm sealed inside of an idiot. The voice said, who just called me an idiot? Natsumi asked, and her hair split into 9 pieces, she's gone crazy. Temari thought and stepped away from her, such an idiot. The voice said and pulled Natsumi into her mindscape. Natsumi's mindscape, what the hell? Where am I? Natsumi asked, you're in your mind. I pulled you here to answer your question. Just follow my voice. The voice said, I don't know. I was told to stay away from strangers. Natsumi said, just follow my damn voice. The voice yelled, don't fucking yell at me. Natsumi yelled, and then she started walking until she reached a cage. Well, it's about time you showed up. The voice said, who's there? Natsumi asked, and then a red eye was seen in the darkness behind the cage. Who do you think? I'm the only one able to speak to you in your mind. Besides, I am sealed inside of you. The voice said, the 9-tailed fox. Natsumi said, correct. The 9-tails said, why'd you call me in here? Natsumi asked, you wanted to know why your brother is bleeding from his eyes, and I can tell you why. The 9-tails said, I'm listening. Natsumi said, it's because of his Sharingan. It's known as the Manjikyu Sharingan, and the price of using it causes the eyes to bleed and eventually fade away into darkness. In other words, he'll eventually go blind. The 9-tails said, I've never heard of this Manjikyu Sharingan before. Natsumi said, that's because very few have unlocked it. Your brother already has it and appears to be quite adept in using it, which means he's had it for a few years. The Nine-Tails said, if he's going blind, then why doesn't his eyes seem to be fading? Natsumi asked, most likely because he doesn't use it often. You only start to lose your eyesight when the Manjikyu is being used. The Nine-Tails said, then I'm making sure he never uses it again. Natsumi said, he'll have to use it again. There will be shinobi stronger than him that will force him to use the Manjikyu Sharingan. He may even have to use it on you. The Nine-Tails said, why me? Natsumi asked, the Sharingan has the ability to control tailed beasts and sometimes the Manjikyu is needed. The day you lose control of my powers is the day he will need to use his Sharingan on you. That's the reason you were placed on his team. The Nine-Tails said, so he was put on my team to basically tame me if I lost control? Natsumi asked, yes, but it's not just him. The other Uchiha brat and your sensei were put on your team for the same reason. They wanted to control you. The Nine-Tails said, just a bit more and I'll be able to have her release the seal. The Nine-Tails thought, no. You're wrong. Naruto was barely on my team after we were made into a team. Kakashi and Sasuke aren't here to tame me. Sasuke couldn't care less and Kakashi would probably use a seal. Plus, I don't really use your chakra and therefore I wouldn't lose control. Sorry, but your plan to manipulate me won't work. Maybe if I was some blonde-haired idiot in a orange jumpsuit that didn't know any better, but I'm Natsumi Uzumaki Namikaze, you nine-tailed fuck-face bastard. So fuck you and your ridiculous plan to manipulate me. Stupid fucking fox. Natsumi said and splashed the Nine-Tails with a lot of water before leaving real world. Hey, are you alright? You kind of spaced out. Temari said, I'm fine. I just had a bit of an internal argument with myself. Natsumi said, if you say so. Temari said Naruto vs Iwagi. Once the smoke cleared from the combination of both of Iwagi's attacks, he was seen terribly bruised and beaten. He was still standing, which shocked most ninja since he took the attacks head-on with no kind of defense. Naruto took advantage of this and used his water style, Judgment of the Dragon Horde. It's similar to the water dragon jutsu, but the biggest difference is that instead of one water dragon, it's multiple dragons that hit each time. Naruto created about 50 dragons and sent each of them at Iwagi. To add an extra bit of power to the jutsu, Naruto created a shadow clone and had it use the Chidori to add an electric current to his jutsu. Before Naruto could make his next move, his Sharingan deactivated on its own and then his hand started to cause him an extreme amount of pain. As Naruto was trying to lessen the pain, an arm made of rock stretched from the smoke cloud and grabbed him before repeatedly smelling him into the wall. The smoke cleared, revealing Iwagi covering himself in his demonic rock spider armor. Iwagi used the earth style, lightweight boulder jutsu to increase his speed while using his demonic rock spider armor and quickly appeared in front of Naruto, then stabbed him in the stomach with his own sword. What's the matter, Namikaze? Can't handle the pressure. Iwagi said. Iwagi started to repeatedly slam Naruto into the wall with more force each time and punching with the remaining arms on his demonic rock spider armor. The crowd was cringing after every blow Naruto would take, and Natsumi was up in the stands tightly gripping the railing with Temari, and both of them looked like they were ready to jump in help. Iwagi went for one more punch, but stopped when a swirling noise was heard and Naruto had a jutsu in his hand. And no. That jutsu. Iwagi said and felt fear. Fuck you. Naruto said. Rasengan. Naruto slammed the jutsu right into the face of Iwagi and broke his armor, sending him flying back into the opposite wall. The wall crumbled on top of Iwagi and Naruto fell out his spot in the wall, then slowly stood up. Competitors booth, WOAH. What was that? Natsumi asked. I've never seen a jutsu like that before. Temari said, that was pure chakra. It was similar to the Chidori Sasuke used earlier. Natsumi said. Stands, what the hell was that? Kiba asked, "That's incredible." Ino said, "Naruto sure is full of surprises." Choji said, "No way. He already knows that jutsu." Asuma said, "It appears so, but I wonder how he got it." Kurenai said, "It's obvious how he got it. It's just how he managed to learn it on his own." Kakashi said, "Kakashi-sensei, what's a Rasengan?" Sakura asked, "The Rasengan is a jutsu that was created by Lord Fourth. He spent 3 years creating the Rasengan, which he intended to be the highest form of shape transformation. Because it represents the high form of shape transformation, mastering the Rasengan also grants the user a great deal of mastery over shape transformation. My Chidori was based on Rasengan." Kakashi said, "I'll easily rip through that thing with my Chidori." Sasuke said, as he walked up to them, "First off, you shouldn't even know the Chidori. You're lucky I don't have you suspended for stealing an ally's jutsu, and secondly, while both the Chidori and Rasengan are A-rank jutsus, the Chidori pales in comparison to the Rasengan. If the Chidori was to go up against a full-powered Rasengan, the Chidori would be easily defeated." Kakashi said, "Then I want that jutsu. Teach it to me." Sasuke said, "No. I will not disgrace my sensei by teaching you one of his jutsus." Kakashi said, "You know how to do that?" Sakura asked, "Yes, but I don't use it. It took me a while to actually learn it." Kakashi said, "I'll learn it the easy way then." Sasuke said and activated his Sharingan, hoping Naruto would use it again. "For an Uchiha, you really don't understand your own dojutsu that well." Kakashi said, "Choose your next words carefully." Sasuke said and Kakashi ignored him, "What do you mean, Kakashi-sensei?" Sakura asked, "The Sharingan can't copy a jutsu that doesn't require hand signs." Kakashi said, "I'll find a way to get that jutsu and nobody will stop me." Sasuke thought, this kid is going to get himself killed if he doesn't keep his attitude in check. Asuma thought Naruto versus Iwagi. Naruto was breathing heavily as he channeled his draconic chakra through his body to heal his wounds and put his sword away. He felt Iwagi's chakra still keeping his jutsu going and noticed the rocks were repairing his jutsu. Naruto wanted to use his Chidori to get rid of that armor quickly, but something was keeping him from using his Sharingan. "Come on, Namikaze. Is that the best you can do?" Iwagi yelled. As he came out of the wall with his demonic rock spider armor fully repaired. Naruto didn't say anything and just released a large amount of his draconic chakra. The pressure coming from him put everyone on edge since they've never felt something like that. The only person who knew what was going on was Kakashi, since he felt Sayuri use this before during a spar she had with Kushina. Pretty soon everyone started to notice lightning flowing around Naruto's body before it started to take the form of a dragon with Naruto standing in the center of it. Naruto's demeanor changed from calm to having a grin on his face that promised pain. This was one of Naruto's jutsus he learned training with the dragons. One of the disadvantages of the Dragon Lord jutsu was that it enhanced the user's primal instincts. That's more like it. I was beginning to think you'd disappoint me, Namikaze scum. You're about to join that pathetic excuse of a father in the grave. Iwagi said. Naruto growled, which sounded like a beast, putting everyone on edge, and then vanished from sight. Everyone looked around and then finally saw Naruto falling from the sky right at Iwagi. Iwagi used his stone bullet jutsu on Naruto, but Naruto's lightning chakra was strong against earth and the bullets were vaporized when they came into contact with Naruto's jutsu. Naruto crashed into Iwagi and then gave him the worst beating he could. After countless punches and kicks, Naruto broke through Iwagi's demonic rock spider armor and started to rip the arms off it. Iwagi was screaming out in pain since the rocks were stuck to his skin with dried up mud, and Naruto was ripping them off with the same grin on his face. After Naruto got down to the last bit of Iwagi's jutsu, his lighting surrounded both of them, then Naruto let out a roar causing it to explode and Iwagi was heard screaming at the top of his lungs. "Kage Booth, quite the show your Shinobi is putting on, Lord Hokage. I wonder how he'd go up against Gaara." The Kazekage said, while I would like to see that for myself, Gaara would have to get by either Natsumi, Shino or Temari in the next round. However, I'd rather not have them fight. The stadium is barely standing as is. Hiruzen said, yes, but if it happens we cannot help it. The Kazekage said, as much as I'd like to see that, this entire village won't be standing after today. The Kazekage thought Naruto versus Iwaji, that should do it. Naruto said as he felt the draconic chakra heal him up, and no. I will not lose. Iwaji said, as he crawled out of the rubble, just give up. I'm actually giving you a chance to live like my father did. Naruto said, no. I do not need any favors from the likes of you. Your father ruined my life, ruined my reputation and killed my brothers. Since he's no longer here, you have to pay for his sins. Iwaji yelled and went through hand signs earth style. Monkey rock jutsu. Iwaji turned himself into a giant stone monkey by gathering the surrounding ground and shaping it into the animal. Naruto noticed he had fire combined into the jutsu and wondered why Iwaji never used any fire ninjutsu against him. Naruto felt all of Iwaji's chakra go into the jutsu and thought the jutsu would end since he's drained of chakra, but that was wrong when the jutsu grew to its fullest height. Is that fear I see on your face, Namikaze? Iwaji asked, how the hell are you alive? Naruto asked, this is a kenjutsu. If you don't have enough chakra to use the jutsu, then your life force starts to drain from the usage in order to keep it going. Iwaji said, so you're committing suicide just to defeat a 13-year-old? Naruto asked, no. I'm committing suicide to kill the last of the Namikaze bloodline. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about your sister. I'll deal with her after I'm done with you. Iwaji said before Naruto could make his move, he was punched high into the air and then slammed to the ground. He was lucky he had the draconic chakra flowing right now so he didn't feel much of the damage. Iwaji picked him up and threw him into the competitor's booth, causing him to break the rail and hit the wall hard. Naruto! Natsumi yelled and then she was lifted up from her hair by Iwaji, the daughter of the Namikaze bloodline. Iwaji said, let me go, you son of a bitch. Natsumi said and then Iwaji had his arm kicked by Naruto causing him to drop Natsumi, leave her alone. Naruto said and Iwaji just threw Naruto back into the fighting area. Naruto landed with a thud and then a shadow was casted over him. He looked up and saw Iwaji coming down at him with a fist that connected. Iwaji proceeded to brutally punch Naruto and let his frustrations out in each punch. You're just the spawn of scum that ruined my life. You don't deserve to live. I lost everything because of the yellow flash. I was chosen to be the next Tsuchikage, but he ruined it. I was hand-chosen by Inoki himself until I was banished. Once I kill you I'll take my rightful place as Tsuchikage. Iwaji yelled and slammed one last fist on Naruto with the intent to finally kill him. Competitor's booth, no. Natsumi yelled and went to help, but Kakashi grabbed her. Stop, Natsumi. Kakashi said, he killed my brother. Natsumi said, he'd kill you as well. Let the Jonin handle this. Kakashi said, he's not dead. Gaara said and Natsumi looked at him, what do you mean? Natsumi asked and Gaara just looked up, huh? What is that? Kakashi asked. Naruto versus Iwaji, yo. A voice said, who's there? Iwaji asked, look up. The voice said Iwaji did, but saw Naruto there with black wings made of chakra coming from his back, green eyes with a diamond-like pupil, a dragon mark spread up his arm to his entire face and a horn coming from his forehead. A simple change in appearance won't help. Come down here so I can finally kill you, you're nothing compared to me. Iwaji said, don't get cocky. You worthless creature. Naruto said, stands, seems like we have to get involved now. Catalina said, we'll grab him as soon as this is over. Drago said, Catalina, what is going on? What happened to Naruto? Kurenai asked, as she appeared. Next to them, who is this? Drago asked, this is Kurenai Yuhi. She's the one who raised Naruto after Sayuri passed away. Catalina said, I see. Drago said, what happened to him? I know that's not him up there. Kurenai said, it is, but it isn't. Catalina said, explain please. Kurenai said, while Naruto was training, a dragon named Dummer managed to seal himself into Naruto. We're only here just in case Dummer made his presence known. Catalina said, why did he seal himself into Naruto? Kurenai asked, we've come to the conclusion that Dummer is afraid to die and wants a host to take over their body and continue living. If he was to take over Naruto's body, then he'd be reborn and his life would start all over again. His kind of dragon only lives for about 300 years and he's close to that age now. However, Naruto said he's able to remove the seal and Dummer from him. We just need to wait until Naruto's body gives out and then take him back to the dragon's den so he can remove him from his body. Drago said, why would Naruto's body give out? Kurenai asked, due to exhaustion and despite Naruto being powerful, his body can't handle the amount of power Dummer possesses for a long time yet. Hopefully once Naruto's body gives out, Dummer will fall asleep and removing him should be easier than if he was awake and able to fight being removed. Catalina said, so what do you need me to do? Kurenai asked, just in case we have to fight, keep everyone away from the fight. Especially his sister. Catalina said, fine. Just don't hurt him. Kurenai said, if we fight he won't feel anything afterwards. Drago said Naruto vs Iwagi. Iwagi took offense to what Naruto said and then tried to punch him. Naruto seemingly vanished and then Iwagi's arm was cut off from his monkey rock jutsu and it didn't grow back. There was water and lightning chakra preventing the earth and fire from regenerating the arm. Naruto vanished then did the same to his other arm and Iwagi was now scared since he couldn't attack now. Naruto went to attack again, but he nearly fell over. Seems like I've overestimated the body of my host. He can't handle my power yet, but it does feel good to stretch my legs a little. Dummer said. Dummer looked at Iwagi who couldn't do anything and then flew at him. Iwagi was kicked into the wall then kicked up into the air. Iwagi lost his legs from the monkey rock jutsu the same way he lost his arms and was finally kicked twice out of the air and into the ground. Dummer landed on his chest and just looked at him. What a pitiful excuse for a species you are. It's time for your existence to be erased. What was the name of that loud jutsu he would always use during training? That's right. Chidori. Dummer said. Dummer held up a hand and without hand signs, the Chidori was blazing at full power, but Dummer didn't stop. He lifted his hand in the air so his palm was facing upwards to the sky and the Chidori started to expand. To everyone's shock and Iwagi's horror, the Rasengan started to form within the lightning and it looked like the Chidori was holding the Rasengan in place. Dummer added a lot more power to this causing both jutsus to combine into one powerful jutsu that grew to the size of the fighting area. Iwagi looked up in horror and knew what was about to happen as Dummer floated into the sky. Curse that bastard Minato Namikaze. I hope I see him hell for this. Iwagi yelled. Those were his final words as Dummer slammed the jutsu onto him and he screamed as the jutsu started to kill him. The jutsu exploded causing debris to fly everywhere and everyone had to hold on to something so the strong winds wouldn't blow them away. Temari and Asuma used a powerful wind jutsu to blow away the smoke and what they saw left everyone terrified. The entire fighting area was reduced to nothing and a crater was all that was left with no sign of Iwagi. Dummer was floating in the air, but he was slowly fading away as Naruto's features started to return to normal. It appears my time is up. I'll be back again soon. Make sure you keep this body in top shape for me to take over in a few years. Dummer said, before he receded back into Naruto's consciousness and Naruto's body fell from the sky, but Catalina caught him. Hopefully Dummer is asleep. Catalina said, let's go. Drago said and they went up in smoke. I guess Naruto wins. Genma said and then the Kage booth exploded. What's going on? Sakura asked, as ninja started fighting. It's an invasion. Kiba, Ino, Sakura, Tenten and Hinata. I need all of you to protect the civilians and get them to the bunker. Stand guard there and make sure no sound shinobi gets into that bunker. Anko and Irika will be there as well. Asuma said, and they nodded. Who's in charge? Ino asked. Get Shikamaru and he'll lead you. I know he's fine. I bet he is just taking a nap. Asuma said. What about Sasuke and Natsumi? Sakura asked. Apparently Natsumi is going after Gaara. I don't know where Sasuke is. If you find him, tell him to join you. Now go. Asuma said, and they ran off Dragon's Den. After the events at the Chunin exams, Drago and Catalina returned to the Dragon's Den with Naruto, who was still unconscious. All of the small dragons Naruto bonded with were sad after seeing him like that, but they were assured that he was fine. So, how will we deal with Dummer? Catalina asked, as she changed back to her dragon form. We must put him down for good. If he is awake when Naruto gets him out, then we can end him quickly. If he's up and alert, then we take him far away to fight and kill him. Drago said, I understand. We don't kill our own kind, but he's given us no choice. I wish RA didn't seal himself away. We could really use his wisdom right now. Catalina said, ugh. What the hell happened? Naruto said, as he woke up. Well, you were getting your ass kicked until Dummer took over. Catalina said, I'm guessing I lost then. Naruto said, no. You won, but we brought you here to get Dummer out of you before you can finish the exams. Drago said, who am I fighting next? Naruto asked, we don't know. We left before the matches were determined. Catalina said, the tournament might have ended by now. Let's not forget about the foreign chakra signatures that were around the village. Drago said, shit. The invasion. Naruto said, first things first, you need to remove that mark and get rid of Dummer. Drago said, right. I kind of forgot about him. Naruto said, and Catalina just looked at him. Let's just get this thing over with and then send him back. Catalina said, all right. Remove one dragon from my body and save the village. Naruto said, and created a shadow clone. What's the clone for? Catalina asked, I'll have to be held down while this is happening. I can't do it while I'm being held down. My shadow clone will do it for me. Naruto said, good thinking. I'm assuming one of us will have to hold you down. Drago said, yup. Naruto said, and Catalina slammed him to the ground. Done. That's for clipping my wing during your training. Catalina said, and Naruto groaned, I deserve that. Naruto said, and then the shadow clone went through hand signs. Evil soul body unsealing. The shadow clone placed a tag on Naruto's hand that had some writing on it, and then the mark on Naruto's hand started to spread out. Usually this would take a few seconds, but Dummer was a damn dragon with extraordinary power and it took a while. Naruto was yelling out in pain since it felt like his hand was being ripped apart, and then he released a huge amount of chakra that created a crater where he was at. Catalina tightened her grip on him since that burst of chakra took her by surprise and caused her to loosen her grip. After 20 minutes of agonizing pain, Naruto passed out. Naruto's mind, where am I? Naruto asked, chosen one. A voice said, that's the same voice as last time. Naruto said, follow my voice, Naruto. The voice said, I think I'll stay right here. Naruto said, if you are wondering, I am not Dummer. I mean you no harm. Follow my voice and you shall find that my word is true. The voice said, I swear if this is a trap I'm going to kick somebody's ass. Naruto said and started to walk until he came upon a dark space with a huge golden orb. What is that? Naruto thought, it is time for me to return to my kind and you shall be the one to summon me, Naruto. The knowledge is now yours to use. The voice said, and Naruto was surrounded by a golden light then kicked from his mind. Real world, well, that took longer than I expected. Catalina said, yes, but I'm amazed that Naruto was able to stay awake for most of the unsealing. Drago said, I agree, but I need to wake him up and get him back to his village to help with the invasion. Catalina said and used her chakra to speed up Naruto's healing, at least Dummer is still asleep. It's easier to get rid of him this way. Drago said, my hand hurts. Naruto said, as he woke up, the removal of Dummer was successful. Now, off to your village. The invasion might have already started. Catalina said and sent him back to Konoha. Konoha. When Naruto arrived in Konoha, he immediately had to duck from getting his head chopped off by a sound shinobi. He looked around and saw the sand shinobi helping Konoha and a purple barrier up by the Kage booth. He activated his Sharingan and started to take out any sound ninja that came here while making his way over to the Jonin. He channeled lighting chakra into his sword and then used the lightning dragon jutsu to take out about 20 sound village shinobi. Naruto, Kakashi said, as he landed next to him, I'm back. Where is everybody? Naruto asked. The Jonin, Umbu, and Chunin are helping with the invasion. The genin are protecting the civilians inside of the bunker with Anko and Irika. However, I need you to go find Sasuke and Natsumi. Kakashi said, where'd they go? Naruto asked. As he and Kakashi took out some sound ninja, the invasion started and Sasuke attacked Gaara. Gaara started to lose control, but his brother and sister managed to get him out of here. Sasuke chased after them to fight and Natsumi went after them to try and stop Sasuke from causing Gaara to release his tailed beast. Natsumi told me you were going to fix his seal, so go after them and once you find them, you have permission to restrain Sasuke by any means except killing him. Kakashi said and stabbed a sound ninja, alright. Naruto said and vanished. Konoha Forest. Running through the forest, Naruto encountered a few sound village shinobi who summoned some snakes to attack the village. Naruto summoned some battle dragons to take them out and it was a bloodbath. As Naruto was going through the forest, he found Temari and she was bruised up a bit. He landed next to her and she swung her fan at him, but he ducked. Relax, Temari. It's me. Naruto said, it's about time. Temari said and nearly fell over, but Naruto caught her. What happened? Naruto asked. It was Sasuke. He ambushed me with some weird marks on his body and I didn't stand a chance. He's going after Gaara, but Natsumi is with Kankuro and they're trying to stop Sasuke. Temari said and Naruto healed her injuries as best as he could. That should help you out a bit. I'm going after them. I'll make sure Gaara doesn't release Shikaku. Naruto said and then a loud booming voice was heard. I'm finally free, baby. Let's do this. Shikaku yelled, shit. Never mind that. Looks like I'll have to defeat Shikaku and then fix the seal. Naruto said, if any of us can do it, I know you can. Temari said and kissed his cheek. I'll be back. Feel free to join us, but keep a safe distance from the fight. Naruto said and vanished. Good luck, Naruto. Temari said and jumped into the trees. Natsumi vs Gaara. See what you did, Sasuke? Now I have to fight a fucking tailed beast. Natsumi said, shut up and stand aside. I can handle this. Myself. Sasuke said, news flash, dipshit. Gaara has kicked your ass twice in one day. Your fucking hickey that spreads across your body like a disease couldn't even help you. Sit your ass down and watch as I do something you can't. Natsumi said and Sasuke quickly went through hand signs for the Chidori. I'll kill you. Sasuke yelled, as he ran at Natsumi with every intent on killing her, but he was knocked out and the Chidori faded away. It's about damn time you showed up. Where were you? Natsumi asked. I was busy. Now, let's take out Shikaku so I can fix Gaara's seal. Naruto said, alright. Natsumi said and went through hand signs summoning jutsu. I hope she summoned a toad that would actually do something. Naruto thought and then both of them were lifted off of the ground. Huh? You again. What is it this time? The giant toad asked, do you not see that big-ass raccoon, Gamabunta? Natsumi asked, I see it. What do you want me to do about it? Gamabunta asked and blew smoke from his pipe, I obviously want you to help me defeat him. Natsumi said, your family sure has a habit of using me to fight a tailed beast. First the 9 tails and now you want me to fight the one-tailed beast? Forget it. Gamabunta said, come on. Can't you help me out just this once? Natsumi asked and Naruto went through hand signs summoning jutsu out of the smoke revealed a large golden orb that caught the attention of everyone in the area. Gamabunta was the most curious since he's never seen a summoning like that before. Shikaku was looking on as well and felt a bit weird about this, but he shook it off. Dragon's Den, Lady Catalina. We have an emergency. Tatsu yelled, as she flew over to her, what is it, Tatsu? Me and Drago were about to talk to the elders about Dummer. Catalina said, it's R.A. He's gone. Tatsu said, what? Drago asked, it's true. I was flying around and then the orb went up in smoke. Tatsu said, then he was summoned away by Naruto, but why? Drago asked, let's go find out. Drago said and they changed into their human forms before leaving real world. Shikaku, huh? I wonder why Naruto didn't summon one of us. Catalina said, as she was standing on a tree with Drago, yes. This is a peculiar move on his part. He knows RA is useless right now. Perhaps it is a scare tactic. Drago said, it can't be. Nobody would be scared of a giant ball. Especially Shikaku. He's the rambunctious one out of all the tailed beasts. If something seems weak in his eyes, then he won't even hesitate to openly mock it. Catalina said, let us watch and see what happens. Drago said and she nodded. Naruto and Natsumi vs Gaara. Naruto, the next time you want to be useful, try summoning something other than a damn ball. Natsumi yelled, is that the best you can do? I will kill all of you in an instant. Shikaku said, as Naruto clapped his hands together and closed his eyes while sending draconic chakra to the orb. This is not the time to take a nap. Natsumi yelled, Almighty protector of the sun and the sky, I beg of thee, please heed my cry. Transform thyself from this orb of light and bring me victory in this fight. I beseech thee, please grace our humble plane. First I shall call out thy name. Elder Dragon R.A. Naruto yelled and then a huge pressure was felt that made everyone in the area not used to draconic chakra fall to their knees. What is that? Natsumi asked Drago and Catalina. No way. I can't be. Drago said, as he heard Naruto's chant, he knew how to unseal R.A. How? Every time we searched for clues we couldn't find anything. Catalina said. Naruto and Natsumi vs Gaara. Naruto, what the hell did you do? I can't move. Natsumi said. A huge gust of wind blew which uprooted some trees and sent them flying away. The golden orb started to shine so bright that everyone who was looking at it had to close their eyes. The light died down and R.A. was up in the sky at his full glory. Once everyone finally saw R.A., their jaws dropped while Catalina and Drago knelt down. Shikaku took a step back in fear as he knew exactly who R.A. was and the last time he fought. What is that? Natsumi asked. This is R.A. He is one of the most powerful summons known. Naruto said, he isn't one of the most powerful summons, he's the strongest summons. I was told stories about him from the great sage of the toads. Gamabunta said, you honor me with your words, young one. I see we have Shikaku here causing a ruckus as usual. Has nothing changed since I sealed myself away? R.A. asked. He's sealed away inside a boy named Gaara. Shikaku took over and we need to get him back inside of the seal so I can fix it. Naruto said, I see. Young Toad, you may leave and I shall handle Shikaku. Hop on, Naruto. R.A. said and Naruto grabbed Natsumi before jumping on R.A. I'll have to tell the elders about this. Gamabunta said and left. Were you the voice in my head this entire month? Naruto asked. Yes. I knew that you were the one who would be able to summon me. Ra said, not that this isn't a cool moment, but that thing looks kind of dangerous. Natsumi said and looked at Shikaku charging up a jutsu. Yes. The tailed beast bomb is quite dangerous. Naruto, care to join me in taking him out? My chakra still hasn't fully replenished after being sealed away for over 100 years. Ra said, sure. Naruto said, and then Ra opened his mouth as Naruto transferred draconic chakra to him, causing the jutsu to grow. What is that? Natsumi asked. It's called Dragon's Roar. Naruto said. Shikaku launched his tailed beast bomb towards them and Ra launched his Dragon's Roar. The Dragon's Roar came out like a beam and it easily tore through Shikaku's tailed beast bomb. Shikaku's eyes went wide when he saw the jutsu coming straight towards him and used his sand to protect him as best as he could, but he was still majorly damaged. Once the smoke cleared, Shikaku was still standing and did not look happy. Shikaku started to create another tailed beast bomb, and this one was going to be a lot bigger than the last one. Looks like Shikaku's still as stubborn as the last time I saw him. However, I put what I could into the Dragon's Roar. Ra said, I'll handle this. I know what to do. Naruto said as he activated his Sharingan and surrounded Natsumi with his chakra. What did you do? I can move now. Natsumi said, as she stood up. I surrounded you with my chakra to counter the pressure you're feeling. We need to restrain Shikaku and wake up Gaara. Naruto said, as his Sharingan started to spin. I know what to do. Natsumi said and went through hand signs wood style. Wood dragon jutsu. Natsumi created a dragon made of wood and used it to wrap around Shikaku to restrain him. As the dragon bit into Shikaku, Naruto noticed the tailed beast bomb starting to shrink away and used his Sharingan to trap Shikaku in a powerful genjutsu to create an opening. Natsumi's jutsu worked as the tailed beast bomb fully went away and Naruto's Sharingan had Shikaku paralyzed. Naruto, go wake up Gaara. Natsumi said, as she was keeping the wood dragon tightly wrapped around Shikaku. You got it. Naruto said and activated his lightning dragon lord again. He knows the dragon lord already? You truly are an amazing specimen, Naruto. Ra said. Naruto took off at blinding speeds towards Gaara and Natsumi tightened the wood dragon on Shikaku. Naruto managed to get close enough to Gaara, but the sand came alive to protect Gaara and Naruto easily broke through the sand, then punched Gaara hard in the face, waking him up. Shikaku's body started to crack and eventually fell apart since Gaara was awake now. Ra caught Naruto and Gaara, who were falling from the sky, and placed them on the ground. Natsumi jumped off and landed next to them with her guard still up. It seems we are done here. I shall return to the dragon's den to meet the other dragons. However, I must know something, Naruto. Since you are the new summoner for the dragon contract, who is your familiar? Ra asked. His name is Comet. He's a serpentine white-skinned, black-bellied dragon with spikes running down his body. Naruto said, Comet. I shall meet with him personally. Drago, you and whoever is with you can come out now. Ra said and Drago appeared with Catalina, Elder Ra. It is an honor to see you again. Drago said, as he knelt down. There is no need to kneel before me, Drago. Who might you be? I've never seen you around before. Ra said, I am Catalina. The current boss summons for the Dragon Clan. Catalina said, I see. You found us a great summoner in Naruto. I never thought a human that goes through the ritual would have so much draconic chakra. Ra said, actually, Elder Ra, Naruto didn't go through the ritual. His mother was the first summoner and she went through the ritual. Naruto was somehow born with the draconic chakra inside of him. Drago said, interesting. I see he knows the dragon's roar and dragon Lord Jutsus already. Ra said, yes. He's quite powerful for his age. He can use 3 of the dragon lords thanks to his 3 chakra natures. Catalina said, interesting. Come along, Drago and Catalina. It is time I've made my official return amongst the dragon clan. Ra said and went up in smoke. We'll see you around, Naruto. Catalina said and they left as well. There's a dragon contract? Natsumi asked. Yup. Naruto said, ah man. How come you get the cool contract? I'm stuck with toads that don't like to fight. Natsumi said, that's not true. The toads are possibly the second strongest summoning creatures after the dragons. Your boss Toad just didn't want to fight another tailed beast. A battle toad would have been better in this situation since they love fighting and would fight anything. Naruto said, I don't know how to summon a battle toad though. It's just my familiar and the boss. Natsumi said, then you should start working on that. Sometimes the boss might not be available to come help you out. Naruto said, fine. I'll have Pervisage help me. Natsumi said and Naruto ruffled her hair making her pout. Gaara. Temari said, as she landed with Kankuro, what did you do to him? Kankuro asked, as Temari gently sat him down, did you fix his seal yet? Temari asked, no. Naruto said and Temari's eye twitched, why not? Temari asked, did you not see that big-ass dragon or hear any of the explosions? We just finished kicking his ass. Natsumi said, relax. I'll get started now. Naruto said and threw 3 kunai around him that turned into a barrier. Hey. Let us in. Natsumi said, no. This is a precaution just in case the paralyzing genjutsu is worn off before I finish changing the seal. Naruto said, fine, but if you die I'm taking your sword. Natsumi said, you have your own. You don't need mine. Naruto said, can you hurry up and fix the seal please? Temari asked, sure thing, beautiful. Naruto said and winked at her making her blush, idiot. Temari mumbled, it's not nice to call your boyfriend an idiot. Natsumi said and grinned, he's not my boyfriend. Temari said, sure he isn't. Natsumi said, alright. Here we go. Naruto said and went through hand signs to activate 2 jutsus at once. Tailed Beast Transfer 7 Symbol Seal. Naruto placed both of his hands on Gaara's abdomen and Gaara flinched at the sudden pain he felt. Natsumi, Temari, and Kankuro watched as Shikaku started to transfer from the small seal on Gaara's abdomen to the much larger seal Naruto placed on him. As Shikaku was being placed in the new seal, Gaara was grunting in pain and Naruto was using his medical ninjutsu to try to ease the pain. After 20 minutes, Shikaku was inside of the new seal and Naruto broke the old one easily. Naruto sighed and released the barrier since it was no longer needed. Is it done? Kankuro asked. Yeah. His seal is the second best seal for a tailed beast. Naruto said, how does it work? Temari asked, if somebody tries to forcefully remove the seal, they'll have a difficult time doing it. If one symbol of the seal is drained of its chakra, it will instantly get refilled thanks to Shikaku's massive chakra reserves. The main symbol is located in the middle, which is the 7th symbol, and it serves as the lock to the seal. The lock can't be broken unless all 6 of the other symbols are completely drained of chakra, and that could take a while. Naruto said and tossed Temari a scroll. What's this? Temari asked. It's a key to the seal should Gaara ever want to completely master Shikaku's power. There's also chakra suppression seals just in case he unlocks the seal and can't handle Shikaku's power from influencing him. Just place one on him and it will do the same job as his room. After that just lock the seal again. There's 3 keys in there. One for Gaara and one for each of you. Naruto said, you did all of that for Gaara? Why? Kankuro asked, just make sure Gaara trains hard. Natsumi probably knows why already. Naruto said and she nodded, yeah. There's a group of S-rank criminals known as the Akatsuki around. Pervisage told me doesn't know exactly what their plans are, but from what he gathered, the tailed beasts are involved. Me and Gaara have to be ready to face them and we don't know how much time we have. Natsumi said, by you and Gaara, does that mean you're a jinchuriki? Temari asked, yes. I hold the 9 tails inside of me. Natsumi said, well, it's a good thing we didn't have to fight you. Kenkuro mumbled, and then Kakashi landed next to them. Naruto, Natsumi. You two need to hurry and report to the village. It's urgent. Kakashi said, what happened? Did we win? Natsumi asked, yes, but the cost was too great. We lost some shinobi and Lord Third has fallen in battle. Kakashi said, what? Natsumi asked, he wasn't killed by the enemy. He used the Reaper Death Seal to seal away Orochimaru's arms and sacrificed his life to do it, according to the Umbu who were watching the fight. Kakashi said, why didn't they help? Natsumi yelled, there was a strong barrier set up and nobody could break through it. Kakashi said, they should have tried harder. Natsumi yelled and just ran away. I am sorry for your loss. I feel like we are responsible for this. We're ninja and we should have known the Kazekage was dead or something suspicious was going on when he started to act differently. Temari said, it's not your fault. Kakashi said, yes it is. If we would have known earlier we could have stopped the invasion before we even came here. Temari said, it would have been difficult for anybody to see through Orochimaru's disguise. He's great at hiding and has years of experience doing it under his belt. Nobody is blaming you since your entire village was fooled. Kakashi said, he's right. However, there's also one more person to blame for this. Naruto said, who might that be? Kakashi asked, I'll tell you when we get back to the village. Naruto said, we'll head back to Suna and tell them the news. Temari said and picked up Gaara, we'll send word after everything settles. Kakashi said and everyone went their separate ways. Next day, the following day after the invasion, was a dark and gloomy one since they were laying to rest all of their fallen comrades and Hiruzen Sarutobi. Everyone was dressed for the funeral and had their heads bowed. We are here to gather and remember not only the third Hokage, but all those who sacrificed themselves in this battle so that our village would survive. Elder Hamura said, as the rain was pouring hard, I don't get it. Why would he do that? Natsumi asked, as she was crying, it's the duty of the Hokage to protect the village even if it means giving up their lives. The second Hokage knew that, the old man knew that, and even Dad knew that. To the Hokage, everyone in this village is family and they'll do anything to protect their family. I'm sure if you brought any of them back to life and asked them if they'd do it again, I'm positive that they'd do it again in a heartbeat. Naruto said, what about you? If you were Hokage, would you sacrifice your life for the village? Natsumi asked, I'd do anything to protect my family. The position of Hokage isn't for everybody. Naruto said, do you think I'll make a good Hokage? Natsumi asked, I wouldn't know. We'll have to wait and see when you become Hokage. Naruto said, I guess you're right. Natsumi said, those two are going to be something special in the future. Kurenai thought few hours later, now that the funeral is over, what's next? Natsumi asked, as she was walking with Team 7 and Sasuke just walked away from them, next we have to elect a new Hokage. Naruto said, who do you think it will be? Sakura asked, no clue. The Hokage is selected by the council and daimyo when there is no current Hokage in office. Right now everything is being handled by the Shinobi Council since the village is on lockdown. Kakashi said, and then Jiraiya appeared in front of them, hey, pervy sage. Naruto and Natsumi said in unison, that's creepy. Sakura thought, don't call me that. Jiraiya yelled, what can we do for you, Master Jiraiya? Kakashi asked, I need Natsumi and Naruto for a moment. Jiraiya said, all right. If it's a mission I'll understand their absence. If not, then meet me at Training Ground 7 tomorrow at noon. Kakashi said and went up in smoke, pervy sage, can you teach me that? Natsumi asked, Natsumi, he's one of the legendary Sannin. You should show him a bit more respect. Sakura said and Jiraiya nodded, trust me, Sakura. Once you get to know him, you'll see that he's just a lonely old pervert. Naruto whispered, what did he just say? Jiraiya asked and got in Naruto's face, I said you're a lonely old pervert. Naruto said, I am not a pervert. Jiraiya said, then what are you? Naruto said, I'm a super pervert. Jiraiya said, never mind. Sakura said and walked away. When she saw Ino, told you. Naruto said, so, what do you need us for, pervy sage? Natsumi asked and Jiraiya's eye twitched, well, I need you because it's time you learned an awesome new jutsu. Jiraiya said and Natsumi cut him off, is it the Rasengan? Natsumi asked, yes. Naruto, I want you to come along because this mission will be interesting for you. Jiraiya said, why? Naruto asked, because we're going to get Tsunade and have her become the next Hokage. Jiraiya said, you found her? Naruto asked, not exactly, but my network has spotted her making her way to the land of fire. We have a few weeks to find her before they select the next Hokage themselves. Jiraiya said, when do we leave? Natsumi asked, tomorrow morning. I'll let Kakashi know you have a mission with me. Jiraiya said, awesome. Natsumi said and ran away, why didn't you become the Hokage? Naruto asked, I'm not cut out for it. I like to be free and travel the world. Being the Hokage would prohibit me from doing that. Now, go pack. Jiraiya said, yeah. Yeah. Naruto said. Naruto vanished and went back to his apartment to pack and grab his notes on his mother's disease. This was a mission that he absolutely could not fail and he'd do anything to complete it. Even if he had to drag her back to the village kicking and screaming, which was easier said than done. A week has gone by since Jiraiya took Naruto and Natsumi out of the village to look for Tsunade. Natsumi was back to her normal self after a few days since the third Hokage died and she was back to annoying Jiraiya again. Jiraiya was not a happy person for the simple fact that neither of them would allow him to go peeking in the women's bathhouse whenever they went past one. Naruto was bored, so he kept messing with Natsumi by creating a Rasengan in his hand, and she would always chase him around, much to Jiraiya's amusement. Currently they were at a hotel and Jiraiya was talking to the receptionist. I thought this was going to be fun, but it's not. Natsumi said, it's a mission. It's not really supposed to be fun. Naruto said, it could be. We just have the pervert keeping me from wandering off. Natsumi said, well, yeah. With that group after you, do you really think it's wise to just wander off? Naruto asked, I guess not, but I'm so bored. Natsumi said, then why don't you practice some ninjutsu or something? Naruto asked, because like you, all of my jutsus are destructive. Natsumi said, fine. Take this. Naruto said and gave her a balloon filled with water. A water balloon? Natsumi asked, use your chakra to pop the balloon. It'll give you something to keep you occupied. Naruto said, seems like a waste of my time. Natsumi said, then I guess you don't want to learn the Rasengan. Such a shame. Naruto said, how does this teach me the Rasengan? Natsumi asked, just trust me. Naruto said and she sighed, fine. Natsumi said, hey, you too. We're gonna crash here for the night. Jiraiya said, what? Why? Natsumi asked, a disciple should always obey his or her master. Jiraiya said, but you're more of a pervert than a master. Natsumi said, she's got a point. We've had to stop you on multiple occasions from going peeking. Naruto said, who's the adult here? Jiraiya asked, well, it depends on how you look at it. Technically me and Naruto are adults since we have our headbands now. Age-wise it should be you, but you are really immature. Natsumi said, yeah. You're basically a grown man child. Naruto said, yeah. So, if you want to get technical, then Naruto would be the adult since he's the most mature out of the three of us. Natsumi said and Jiraiya's eye twitched, however, I'm not against staying off my feet for the night and actually sleeping in a bed. Naruto said, my thoughts exactly. Looks like we're staying here, pervy sage. Natsumi said, it's like dealing with Kushina and Sayuri all over again when these two get together. Jiraiya thought and then started to giggle when a beautiful lady looked at him, but she was standing behind Natsumi so she took it the wrong way. Hey! Stop giggling at me. I'm only 13, you perv. Natsumi said, and Naruto shook his head. Turn around, airhead. Naruto said, and she did. Oh. Of course he'd pick now to do something perverted. Natsumi said, here's the key to the room for the both of you. I want you to go right up to the room, train for a little work on your chakra control, then get to bed, okay? I'll be back a little late. Jiraiya said and gave Natsumi the key to their room. Huh? Really? Now's not the time for your perverted actions. Natsumi said, and Naruto narrowed his eyes. Come on, Natsumi. Let's go. Naruto said and dragged her away. Hey. We have a mission to complete. Natsumi said, just let him have his fun. Naruto said, Natsumi and Naruto's room, what the hell? Why did you let him go? Natsumi asked, it's a setup. Naruto said, what do you mean? Natsumi asked, that lady was under a genjutsu. Somebody set a trap to lure him away from us. Naruto said, I didn't feel any genjutsu. Natsumi said, that's because your skills in genjutsu absolutely suck. I wouldn't expect you to detect it. Naruto said, hey. Natsumi said, relax. You'll get better at it. Naruto said, and she sighed, fine. You know, it's like this every time with Pervy Sage. Even when I was training for the Chunin exams finals he'd go off and peek in the bathhouse. Natsumi said, at least you got stronger though. Isn't that what matters? Naruto asked, I guess, but I would have liked for my godfather to try and actually get to know me. He just dropped the bomb on me and then it was train on this, train on that, this Umbu member will help you. Oh, I'll be gone so I can do some very important research. I swear if it wasn't for the 9 tails being sealed inside of me, I highly doubt he would have come looking for me. Natsumi said, I don't think that's true. Naruto said, Naruto, we've been alive for 13 years and he's just now meeting us. Natsumi said, I met him before, but he was following me. He also checked up on you that same day. Yeah, we've been alive for 13 years and can count on one hand the amount of times we've seen him, but he was looking out for us. Especially you. Naruto said, I doubt it. Natsumi said, he was. You know those little orphan checks you would get? Naruto asked, yeah. Natsumi said, there's no such thing as an orphan check. If there was such a thing then I would have gotten them as well. That money came from him, but he couldn't exactly give you too much to make it seem suspicious. Naruto said, oh yeah? Then where was he when I was sleeping on the streets? Natsumi asked, I highly doubt he knew that. Remember, you were missing for nearly a year before the old man found you that day in the alley. He probably thought you were safe in the orphanage. Just tell him you'd like to get to know your godfather and vice versa. Naruto said, you don't understand. I can't. I've already tried. Every time he'd just tell me to train or he was busy. He doesn't care about trying to know me. Natsumi said, then try it with your godmother. Naruto said, I don't have one. Natsumi said, you didn't read the letter Dad left you, did you? Naruto asked, I skimmed through it. Natsumi said and Naruto sighed, you really should have read it. It's ironic who our godmother is. Especially for me. Naruto said, who is it? Natsumi asked, the person we're looking for. Naruto said, really? It is ironic that an Uchiha has a senju for a godmother. Natsumi said, true, but like I said before. The senju and Uchiha rivalry doesn't matter to me. It was long before I was born and is irrelevant. Naruto said, great. Can I kick her ass then? She didn't come visit me either. Natsumi said, no. She was out of the village long before we were born, but my mom kept in contact with her. I found their old letters they sent back and forth. Apparently she was supposed to come back to the village and meet me, but then my mom died. I guess she found out and then never came. Naruto said, why was she out of the village? Natsumi asked, she's lost too many loved ones. Her brother and her boyfriend all died during the Second Shinobi War. It took a toll on her and she left the village. Naruto said, and then somebody knocked on the door. Were you expecting room service? Natsumi asked and Naruto pulled out his sword. No. Naruto said, must be pervy sage. Natsumi said and got up, then opened the door only to be met with a pair of Sharingan eyes staring right at her. Heh. Hard to believe that such a child carries the nine-tailed fox. A blue fish face man said, Natsumi, you're coming with us. The Sharingan user said, who the fuck are you? Natsumi asked and the blue man chuckled, quite the mouth she has on her, Itachi. The man said, so, this is Itachi Uchiha. Natsumi thought, why don't we take a walk? Itachi asked, why don't you fuck off? She's not going anywhere. Naruto said as he walked up to them with his Sharingan active. Another Uchiha? I thought you killed them all. The blue man said, he was lucky. He wasn't in the village at the time. Itachi said, so, this is your running mate. Kisame Hoshigake, the tailed beast. One of the 7 legendary swordsmen and wielder of the Samahata blade. Naruto said and Kisame chuckled, seems somebody did their homework. Kisame said, you could say that. So, I'm guessing you're part of the Akatsuki. Naruto said and gave Natsumi the Kubikuribocho. Oh? Is that the executioner's blade? Hard to believe Zabuza died to a bunch of brats. Kisame said and pulled Samahata off of his back. Relax, Kisame. We're not here for a fight. Itachi said, the only way you're getting Natsumi is with a fight, and trust me, it's not going to be as easy as you think it is. Naruto said and released some of his draconic chakra. Sorry, but I can't let you do whatever you're planning to do. Kisame said and swung Samahata at Naruto, but the blade turned away from Naruto. Seems like Samahata is afraid of draconic chakra. Naruto thought, huh? What's going on? Kisame said, seems like your blade is afraid of my chakra. Naruto said, as he was about to engage Kisame until Itachi spoke up and he felt a familiar chakra signature. It's been a long time, Sasuke. Itachi said, oh. Great. Now this is happening. Natsumi said, Itachi Uchiha. Sasuke said, third Uchiha. This one looks an awful lot like you, Itachi. Who is this kid? Kisame asked. He's my younger brother. Itachi said, really? So then all Uchiha have a face between constipation and anger. Well, Naruto doesn't, but he can if he gets bored or annoyed. You know what, I can totally see the resemblance between the two of you. So, why'd you keep Sasuke alive? Natsumi asked. I simply left him alive because he was too weak to kill. Itachi said, well, not much has changed. Natsumi said and Naruto covered her mouth. Stop talking. Naruto said and she nodded, making him remove his hand. Why doesn't Kisame smell like fish? Natsumi asked and Kisame's eye twitched. Because I'm not a fish. Kisame said, could have fooled me. So, why do you look like that? Natsumi asked and Naruto sighed. Well, I tried. Naruto thought, Itachi Uchiha, I hope you're ready to die. It's just as you said, brother. I fostered my hatred for you all this time. I've lived my life with the sole purpose of killing you. It ends here. Now die. Sasuke said. Sasuke's Sharingan was now activated and he had a Chidori blazing. Itachi looked at the Chidori as if it wasn't even a threat to him, which it wasn't. Despite the fact that Sasuke wasn't even on Itachi's level, Itachi saw that move a few times used by Kakashi and knew Sasuke must have copied it since he didn't have much control over it. Sasuke took off running at Itachi full speed and Itachi just grabbed Sasuke's wrist, redirecting the Chidori, causing it to blow a hole in the wall. Sasuke tried to break free, but Itachi kept a strong grip on his wrist and broke it quite easily. Natsumi went to attack, but Kisame swung his sword at her and it was blocked by something as a puff of smoke appeared. The smoke cleared, revealing Jiraiya with the same girl from earlier and an orange toad with arm braces holding back Samahata. "You two don't know me at all, do you? Should have done your homework." Jiraiya the toad sage falls victim to no woman's charm. Jiraiya said, "Yet you still chased after her like a dog in heat." Naruto said, "I understood that reference." Natsumi said and gave Naruto a high five. "Seriously?" Jiraiya asked, "What?" "It's not our fault your weakness is lady parts. No wonder nobody takes you seriously. Your perverseness really ruins your character." Natsumi said, "She's got a point." Naruto said, "Will you two be quiet? It isn't in my nature to be duped by the wiles of women. When you reach my status, women kneel and worship your awesomeness." Jiraiya said and everyone just looked at him, "I can't believe this guy is my sensei." Natsumi thought, "I wonder what my mom was thinking when she allowed him to be chosen as my godfather. Dad must have been really convincing or she made him do something for her. Most likely is the second option." Naruto thought, "Don't give me that bullshit. One wink from a pretty girl and you start to think with the head below your belt. You fell for it like a ton of bricks, pervy sage." Natsumi yelled, "I really wish you wouldn't call me that in front of other people." Jiraiya said and Natsumi was about to explode, "Can we just deal with this shit now? I'm getting impatient. Are we going to fight or not?" Naruto asked, "Whatever name you go by, Master Jiraiya, I must say you're something of a disappointment. A lecherous old man with the disposition of children. It's almost impossible to believe that you are one of the legendary Sannin." Kisame said, "You already know who this pervert is?" Natsumi asked, "Don't be fooled by appearances or anything these two might say." Jiraiya said, as he placed the woman down, "All right. I'm fighting somebody. Itachi, let's go." Naruto said, "No. He's mine. The only one who's going to fight him is me." Sasuke yelled, "Dude, he just kicked your ass with one move and he didn't even look like he was trying." Natsumi said, "Go away. You don't interest me at the moment." Itachi said, "Well, get interested." Sasuke said he ran at Itachi with his good hand balled into a fist, but Itachi simply kicked him into the wall on the other side of the hallway. Sasuke got back up and threw another punch at Itachi that was blocked before Itachi backhanded him back into the wall. Sasuke got up again and Itachi kneed him in the stomach, causing him to cough up blood. From there on Itachi just picked him apart by punching him in the back of the neck, another knee to the face, a punch to the face and finally a strong punch to his stomach that made him fall to the ground. Itachi picked him up and held him up by his throat. He insulted him once more and then used the Tsukuyomi on Sasuke, making him scream before falling to the ground unconscious. Natsumi ran at Itachi to help, causing Kisame to run after her and Jiraiya went through hand signs. Then the entire hallway changed. What's going on?" Natsumi asked. "It's called ninja art, toad mouth trap. You've both just been swallowed by the mountain toad. Welcome to the belly of the beast. He has a very sensitive digestive tract. Be careful not to upset him. Not the best way to die, is it?" Jiraiya asked, "I don't like this." Natsumi said, Natsumi, stay still. Remain calm and trust in my jutsu." Jiraiya said, "Kisame, come." Itachi said, "Easier said than done." Kisame said and ripped Samahata free before running, "It's useless. The ninja hasn't been born who can survive this powerful stomach." Jiraiya said, as the stomach was chasing after them and then an explosion was heard. "What was that?" Natsumi asked. "That would be an explosion. They escaped." Naruto said, how? Pervy Sage said there isn't a ninja born that could escape. Natsumi said, and Jiraiya ran to the corner to see a hole in the wall surrounded by black flames, the Amaterasu. Naruto thought, as he looked at the flames, he did the impossible. He broke through the wall. Jiraiya thought, what is this stuff anyway? Natsumi asked, get away from it. Jiraiya said, and Natsumi jumped back, how did they do it? What did they use to escape? These black flames. To burn the stomach of the mountain toad when it can spit fire itself. That is a strong jutsu indeed. Jiraiya thought and sealed away the flames of Amaterasu. It's best if you destroy that scroll. Naruto said, I need to research these flames and see how they're able to burn the mountain toad. Jiraiya said, unless you have the Sharingan, you won't be able to find out what they are. It's a sacred ability of the Uchiha clan and not many can use it. Naruto said, can you use it? Natsumi asked, no. Well, not right now. Maybe in the future. Naruto said, we'll talk about it later. Now, for Sasuke. Jiraiya said, and Sasuke came falling out of the toad's stomach. Sasuke. Natsumi said, as she caught him and sat him down, what did he do to him? Natsumi thought, he used the Tsukuyomi on him, but what did he show him? Naruto thought, and then a kunai came flying into the wall, huh? Natsumi said, and then Jiraiya was kicked in the face by Might Guy who used his dynamic entry. I guess I was a little over-enthusiastic. You see, I was trying to hurry and I couldn't see very clearly. I used my headband to peer into the opening and all I could see were two sinister figures. Might Guy said, if this is your way of apologizing, it stinks. Never mind that. We need to get Sasuke to the medical corps at once. He's badly beaten up, his arm is broken and he's been knocked out by whatever jutsu that Itachi used on him. Jiraiya said, he's going to be alright, isn't he? Natsumi asked, physically, yes. I am worried about what may have been done to his mind. Jiraiya said, it's obvious that this is the same genjutsu Kakashi was hit with. We don't know when he'll come out of it. Guy said, you'll need a really skilled medic or team of medics for this one. Right now, Sasuke and Kakashi are basically in a forced coma. Luckily we're going to get the world's best medic so there's no need to worry. Naruto said, gee. Thanks for spilling the secret of this mission. Jiraiya said, you never classified what rank this mission was. Naruto said, smartass. Jiraiya thought, Master Jiraiya, are you really going after her? Might Guy asked, yes. Now, take Sasuke back to the village. We'll be back in a few weeks hopefully. Jiraiya said, of course. I shall get him back to the village in less than an hour. If I cannot do that, then I'll do 500 laps on my hands with a boulder on my feet. If I cannot do that then I'll just go already. Natsumi yelled and Guy quickly grabbed Sasuke before running off. So, do you think we can find her? Naruto asked, honestly, finding her isn't the hardest part. It's getting her to come back to the village. We can find her easier since you're on the mission. Jiraiya said, how am I supposed to find somebody and I don't know what her chakra feels like? I need more to go on. What's her hobbies? Naruto asked, well, she likes drinking and gambling. Jiraiya said, let me get this straight. 3 of the most powerful shinobi to ever exist have an odd quirk. You're a pervert, Orochimaru is a pedophile and she's a gambling drunk. At least my dad didn't have any odd quirks. Natsumi said, actually he did and I know exactly what it is. Naruto said, oh no. Dad was a pervert. Natsumi said, I highly doubt that he would have been able to get away with being a pervert. His odd quirk was creating jutsus and giving them ridiculously long names for no reason. Naruto said, the Rasengan isn't a long name. Natsumi said, I'm not talking about the Rasengan. He left me some other jutsus of his and the names are ridiculous. Naruto said, anyway, let's head over to the next town. We can look for clues on where to find Tsunade there. Jiraiya said, well, we can skip the next town based on what you told me her habits are. Naruto said, you know where she's at? Natsumi asked, sort of. Tenzaku Town is basically a gambling attraction with all of the casinos and bars they have. They're having a half-priced gambling day and the jackpot is worth 50 million yen. There's absolutely no way she hasn't heard about that and wants to try and win it. Naruto said, how do you know that? Jiraiya asked, it was on a flyer I saw when we were walking around. Naruto said, then let's head out. Natsumi said, wait. We can get there quicker and have more time to relax. The contest doesn't start for another 2 weeks. That means Pervisage has 2 weeks to peep and locate Tsunade while the two of us can enjoy the food and games they have. Naruto said, will you go shopping with me? Natsumi asked and gave Naruto the puppy dog eyes, she's got him now. Jiraiya thought, no. Naruto said and Jiraiya's jaw dropped, he's immune. Jiraiya thought, why not? Natsumi asked, why would I go shopping with my sister to get bras, panties and other lady products? I'll pass. Naruto said, then who am I supposed to go shopping with? Natsumi asked, just make a shadow clone and shop with yourself. Naruto said, you're no fun. Natsumi said and pouted, well, excuse me for not wanting to go shopping with my little sister. Naruto said, you're only 2 months older. Natsumi said, still counts. Naruto said, will you two calm down? Let's get moving. Jiraiya said and they left unknown place, Lady Tsunade, where are we going? A dark-haired woman asked, did you not see the flyer I picked up, Shizun? We're going to Tenzaku Town. Tsunade said, why? Shizun asked, they're having a 50% off gambling day and the jackpot is worth 50 million yen. I can gamble twice as much and potentially walk away with 50 million yen. Tsunade said, I thought you were finally going to see your godson and goddaughter after all this time. Shizun said, Shizun, you know I can't go back to Konoha. Especially after Sayuri died. It brings back too many bad memories. Tsunade said, maybe you should go for a visit. Naruto probably knows about you already and wants to meet you. Shizun said, I can't, Shizun. First of all, I don't even know what I would say to him. Secondly, if he knows about me then he must already hate me for not being there for him. Don't even get me started on Natsumi if she ever found out I was her godmother. Tsunade said, well, would you rather raise them or Master Jiraiya? Shizun asked and Tsunade stopped walking, I'll think about it. Let's get moving. Tsunade said and they started walking again, well, at least it's an improvement from a definite no. Shizun thought, Lady Tsunade if I may. Shizun said, what is it? Tsunade asked, hypothetically speaking. If you were to meet Naruto and Natsumi forming a bond with them, would you consider staying in Konoha in order to stay close with them? Shizun asked and Tsunade sighed, I don't know, Shizun. It's not that I don't want to be close to them, but I just can't. I don't want them to suffer the same fate as everyone else that I've gotten close to. Tsunade said, well, I've been with you for nearly 20 years and I'm still alive. Perhaps they're what you need to stop your gambling and drinking problem. Shizun said, while you may have a point, I doubt we'll even meet. They're probably just genin and only do D-rank missions. They'll probably forget they even have a godmother by the time they're able to leave the village. Tsunade said, I don't think so. What if they run into Master Jiraiya and he tells them that you're alive? I don't think it would take long for them to take the Chunin exams and become eligible to leave the village. With Naruto having the blood of Minato and Sayuri while Natsumi has the blood of Kushina, Minato, and she's a jinchuriki. They're both basically destined to be great. I wouldn't mind meeting them. Shizun said, like I said before, I'll think about it. Tsunade said, I am however inclined to say I'm shocked that you're Naruto's godmother. Shizun said, oh? What makes you say that? Tsunade asked, well, you're a senju and he's an Uchiha. Kind of weird that you'd agree to be his godmother. Shizen said, I can see your confusion, but that war between both clans has nothing to do with me. Besides, Sayuri told me Naruto doesn't even care about the senju and Uchiha rivalry. From what I know, he should be able to outthink somebody from the Nara clan by now. He was pretty smart for his age back then and he's only grown up since then. Tsunade said, do you know what he looks like? Shizen asked, yeah. Tsunade said and pulled out a picture of Naruto when he was younger. Even with the mask on I can tell he looks like Minato underneath it. I'm guessing the mask was to hide how he looks. Shizen said, yeah. Sayuri didn't want anybody or other countries to know he had the blood of an Uchiha and a Namikaze. With the amount of spies that would get in and out of the village, he would have been a target for everyone. Danzo included. Tsunade said Naruto, Natsumi and Jiraiya. The trio arrived in Tenzaku town a few hours after Naruto summoned Dash to take them there. Natsumi once again started complaining about Naruto having the better summoning contract, but Naruto stopped her when he said the toads were the next strongest. Jiraiya was shocked since he didn't think Naruto would be able to summon a dragon so quickly. There were a few mishaps on the ride because Jiraiya kept falling off when he would try to write a scene for his next book. They spent the next 2 weeks having fun, but today was the day they would look for Tsunade and try to convince her to come back to the village. Alright. Here's the game plan. Naruto, you'll go alone and search for Tsunade while I go with Natsumi. Jiraiya said, how come he gets to go alone? Natsumi asked, he's more mature than you and I don't have to worry about paying any hospital bills if somebody gave him the wrong answer. Jiraiya said and she sheepishly scratched her head, oh come on. That was only one time. Natsumi said, our first day here you sent 3 people to the hospital for accidentally bumping into you. I had to foot the bill for that just to keep you out of trouble. You're coming with me. Jiraiya said and she huffed, fine. I bet we'll find her before you. Natsumi said, oh boy. Jiraiya thought, oh yeah? Name your terms. Naruto said, when we find Tsunade first, you have to kiss my feet and brag about how awesome I am. Natsumi said, but your feet stink. You don't wash them properly. Naruto said, oh? Is that a chicken I hear? Natsumi asked and started making chicken noises, alright. Fine. When I win the bet and find Tsunade, you have to spend the next morning when we get back training with Might Guy while wearing the same hideous green outfit he does. Naruto said and she paled, deal. Natsumi said and they spit on their hands before shaking, since I'm here, I might as well ask. How many challenges have you two had? Jiraiya asked. This would be number 49. We had one, but had to cancel it due to the sound invasion. We're still tied at 24 each and this is the tie-breaker. Natsumi said, I hope they don't turn into Guy and Kakashi. Jiraiya thought, anyway, split up. I'll send a toad to find you if we get her and you should send a dragon to us. Jiraiya said, fine. I'll send a dragon. Oh and Natsumi, you already lost the bet. Naruto said, how? We didn't even start. Natsumi said, true, but while you have to look on the ground, I can look from the ground, the skies, and I can sense for a large chakra signature. Naruto said and vanished, son of a bitch, he's right. Natsumi said, don't worry. I'm the world's greatest spy. I can find her easily. Jiraiya said, yeah, but you're a pervert and this place is surrounded by women who you'd like to spend some time with. Natsumi said, it's not that easy to lure me in. Jiraiya said, that's a lie. The moment we stepped foot in Tenzaku town, you followed some lady into a brothel house. Let's just get this over with. I need more women to hang out with on this mission. She might be old, but Tsunade should work. Natsumi said and started walking. I hope she's not going to call Tsunade old to her face. Jiraiya thought Naruto. As Naruto was walking around Tenzaku town, he had several small dragons flying around looking for Tsunade. He showed each of them a picture of her and they immediately flew off looking for her. While he was using his sensing ability, he would ask around if people saw her and the best answer was that she was rumored to be on her way. After about 2 hours of searching, one of his dragons found her and reported back to him. "We found her, Naruto." The dragon said, "Where at?" Naruto asked, "About 3 miles west. She's near the castle and Orochimaru is there." The dragon said and Naruto jumped on its head, "Take me to her." Naruto said and the dragon flew off Tsunade and Shizune, "It's been a long time, Orochimaru." Tsunade said, "Indeed it has. I've been looking all over for you." Orochimaru said, "Clearly you haven't been looking hard enough. What do you want with me after all this time?" Tsunade asked, "I was hoping to ask you for a favor." Orochimaru said and she quickly deduced he had a serious problem right away. "Lady Tsunade, I'm sure you've surmised by now." Kabuto said, "Not interested. Find someone else." Tsunade said, "That won't do. Surely you must realize how serious these wounds are. There isn't anyone who can heal him except for you." Kabuto said, "Those arms of yours. That's no ordinary injury. What did you do to deserve this?" Tsunade asked, "Nothing really. I was just killing the third Hokage." Orochimaru said and she gasped, "Is that true?" Tsunade asked, "Come on, Tsunade. Anything that has form must decay at some point. I don't really need to tell you that, do I? After all, you let the two most dear to you march off to their deaths. Such a pity. It really was a terrible way for them to die." Orochimaru said Shizune took offense to this and shot poison-coated senbon at Orochimaru, but Kabuto blocked them. Shizune pulled out a kunai and ran at Kabuto who pulled one out as well. Right before they reached each other, Shizune seemingly disappeared to everyone's shock and Naruto was in her place holding his sword to Kabuto's neck. Kabuto quickly stopped and backed off since he felt the sword draw a bit of blood. "Hello, Kabuto, Orochimaru. Did you miss me?" Naruto asked. Naruto. Kabuto said and clenched his teeth, "No need to get angry. You're acting like I did something bad to you." Naruto said, "Naruto? As in Sayuri's son?" Tsunade thought, "Lady Tsunade, do you know this boy?" Shizune asked, as she appeared next to her and Tsunade stayed silent, "So, I'm guessing you need her to fix your arms." Naruto said, "You should back out of our business, boy." Orochimaru said, "See, I can't do that." Naruto said, "Kabuto, eliminate him." Orochimaru said, "This guy? I'm guessing he didn't tell you what happened during the Chunin exams." Naruto said, "He's the one that left Kabuto like that." Orochimaru thought and looked at Tsunade, "I'm going to count down from 5. I suggest you leave before I'm done. Otherwise, I'll have to make you." Tsunade said, "Please. Try to remain calm. This could prove beneficial for both of us." Kabuto said, 5 4 3 2 1, "I'm offering to bring your dear little brother and beloved back to life. With a forbidden jutsu that I have developed." Orochimaru said and Tsunade stopped in her tracks, "Wow. On top of being a slime ball, you're also a liar. I know what jutsu you're talking about and you didn't create it. You may have improved it, but didn't create it." Naruto said, "Silence, boy. I can't help but notice you haven't chased us off, Tsunade. I say it's safe to assume we have a deal here then." Orochimaru said, "You know, when you assume something you're just making an ass of yourself when you're proven wrong." Naruto said, "Who is this? He's got quite the mouth on him." Shizune thought, "What do you plan on doing once your arms are restored to you?" Tsunade asked, "Well, you know me. I've never been one to lie. In addition to grabbing all I desire, this time around, I'm going to destroy the Hidden Leaf Village once and for all." Orochimaru said, "You're going to destroy the Leaf Village?" Shizun asked, well, what do you say? Kabuto asked Lady Tsunade. Do not trust them. Don't listen to their sweet words. Think of your brother and my uncle. They wouldn't want any part of this. If you do this, you will be betraying them. Shizun said, shut up, Shizun. Tsunade said, don't decide now, but we'll expect your answer within the week. Keep in mind, if your answer is yes, this jutsu requires 2 human sacrifices. It will be your job to take care of that part. You already have Naruto right here. Kabuto said, how about you be the first one? You're only alive from our last fight because I kept you alive. Naruto said, I say we kill them both here and now. Shizun said, I'm okay with that. Naruto said, and Orochimaru bit his finger, drawing blood, causing Tsunade to shiver. It's true, I may be a little weak now. However, our friend here has her own weakness, doesn't she? I see you haven't lost it yet, have you? Your fear of blood. Come, it's time. We're going, Kabuto. I look forward to your decision, Tsunade, and I'm sure it will be the right one. Orochimaru said and left with Kabuto. I should have attacked when I had the chance. Naruto said and turned around. Naruto? Shizun asked, do I know you? Naruto asked, no. I'm Shizun. Lady Tsunade's assistant. Shizun said, ah. Of course. Naruto Uchiha Namikaze. Nice to meet you. Naruto said, so, what brings you out here? Shizun asked, well, I need her. Naruto said and pointed at Tsunade, who finally got a good look at him. He's nearly an exact replica of Minato except with black hair and a darker shade of blue for eyes. Tsunade thought, so, I guess it's about time we finally met. Naruto said and looked at Tsunade, this isn't exactly how I wanted to meet you. Tsunade said, wait, so you were planning on seeing me and Natsumi? Naruto asked, sort of. I just didn't want to step foot in Konoha. Tsunade said, well, Konoha is kind of the reason I'm here. Naruto said, let's go grab something to eat. I'll listen to what you have to say there. Tsunade said, that was easier than I thought it would be. Naruto thought, restaurant, alright, what does Konoha want with me? Tsunade asked, they want you to become the Hokage. Naruto said, nope. Tsunade said, why not? Naruto asked, it's a fool's job. All of the previous Hokage were somebody I was close to and they all died. It's the reason my brother and lover Dan died. Tsunade said, the Hokages all died from protecting the village. Well, not Hashirama Senju. Nobody knows how he died. Your brother and lover weren't the Hokage, so how is it that it caused them to die? Naruto asked, because that was their dream and them chasing that dream caused them to die. Tsunade said and drank some of her sake, then you should become Hokage. Naruto said, I just said no. Tsunade said, don't become Hokage for the village. Do it for them. You becoming Hokage would be achieving their dream for them. The village needs a powerful leader, and if you don't do it, they'll give the position to either Danzo or Jiraiya. Naruto said, and he could tell Tsunade was thinking about it. Come on, Lady Tsunade. You already are an inspiration to Kunoichi in the medical field. Think about the effect you'd have on them if you became the first female Kage ever. That and you'll be close to Naruto and Natsumi. Shizun said, I don't know. Tsunade said, if you won't become Hokage, can you at least do me a favor then? It's another reason why I was brought along on this mission to find you. Naruto said, which reminds me. Who else is on this mission? Tsunade asked, Jiraiya and Natsumi. We split up to find you and they're still looking for you. Naruto said, I see. So, what do you want from me? Tsunade asked, my mom died from some kind of disease and our medical corps suck. They couldn't even come up with the slightest idea about what was wrong with her. I've written down all of her symptoms, notes I made and even failed attempts at trying to find a cure. I knew you were the best medical ninja alive, so I wanted to give this to you and see if you could figure it out. Naruto said and gave her a book with everything written inside of it. You wrote all of this? Tsunade asked, as she read through the book. Yeah. Why? Naruto asked. It's nothing bad. It's actually pretty impressive and detailed. Tsunade said, are you training to become a medical ninja? Shizun asked. No, but I have been studying it. I'm an all-around type of ninja with skills in every aspect. I'm also trying to make medical seals. Naruto said and gave them to Shizun. What would they do? Shizun asked. My idea is to have them cure all or most poisons, heal minor and some major wounds that don't include torn broken bones or torn ligaments, restore chakra reserves or if needed, slow the blood flow if somebody is bleeding out until proper medical attention is given. Naruto said and they were both shocked. You came up with that idea on your own? Shizun asked. Yeah. Naruto said. Naruto, did any of the doctors have any notes on this? Tsunade asked. Yeah. I copied them to compare them to mine. Naruto said and gave her another book that she read. Your notes are better detailed than theirs. Your ideas for a cure are sort of in the right direction. From the symptoms you have listed, it's definitely a lung disease. I'll have to test you myself to see if you have it as well. Tsunade said, does that mean you're coming back to the village? Naruto asked and she sighed, I suppose. Should we find Jiraiya and your sister? Tsunade asked. Tsunade. A voice yelled, huh? Jiraiya. Tsunade said, no. How come you found her first? Natsumi asked, because I'm better than you. Naruto said and Natsumi glared at him, we've been looking all over for you, Tsunade. Jiraiya said, you clearly haven't looked hard enough. Naruto managed to find me all by himself. Tsunade said and then Natsumi spoke up, wow. Pervy Sage was right. You do have some humongous melons. How'd you get them like that? Natsumi asked and Jiraiya paled, excuse me? Tsunade asked, that's all. This pervert was talking about the entire time. How big did you say they were again? 106 centimeters. Natsumi said and Tsunade glared at Jiraiya, is that so? Tsunade asked, yup, but enough of that. Where the hell have you been? I could have used somebody like you in my life. Natsumi said, I was out on a self-exile. However, you don't need to worry about that. I'm coming back to the village with you. Tsunade said, huh? I thought I'd have to pay off your debt or something. Jiraiya said, it's all paid off. I won the jackpot. Tsunade said, what happened? Jiraiya asked and she sighed, our former teammate happened. He thinks I'm going to heal his arms to help him destroy the village my grandfather built. I know he plans to use the reanimation jutsu. He offered to bring Dan and Nawaki back to life if I healed him. Tsunade said, what is your answer to him? Jiraiya asked, clearly if I'm coming back to the village that should say enough right there. Tsunade said, man, Pervy Sage. Your old age must be catching up to you. Natsumi said, she's older than me. Jiraiya said and Tsunade punched him out of the restaurant. Whoa. Can you teach me that? Natsumi asked and had stars in her eyes, I can't. Tsunade said, why not? Natsumi asked, because you need to have great chakra control and given your status, your chakra control will never be at that point because your reserves are constantly growing. Tsunade said, ah man. That sucks. Natsumi said, relax. You still have your Kekkei Genkai. Naruto said, oh yeah. Natsumi said, you have a Kekkei Genkai? Tsunade asked, yup. Me and the first Hokage have the same one. I know a few jutsus for it as well. Natsumi said, let me guess. A certain Umbu trained you. Tsunade said, how do you know about him? Natsumi asked, somebody with the same powers as my grandfather mysteriously shows up and you don't think I'd know about it? The only reason I didn't know about you was because I left the village and lost all communication. Tsunade said, and Jiraiya came back to the table. Can you teach me some jutsus for it? Natsumi asked. I can supervise you working on them and give you some jutsus from the Senju vault. Only I can access it since I created it. Tsunade said. One more question. Natsumi said and got nervous. What is it? Tsunade asked, and Natsumi looked at Naruto, who nodded. Would you like to spend time together? You know, to get to know each other. Maybe something like a mother-daughter bond. I know my mom, but I've never had a mother figure in my life and I don't want to miss out on that. Natsumi said. Where'd this come from? Tsunade asked, and Natsumi sighed. Never mind. I'll see you back at the hotel. Natsumi said and walked away. What's wrong with her? Shizune asked. Ask him. It's his fault. Why? She was even nervous to ask the question. Naruto said and pointed at Jiraiya before leaving. You alright? Naruto asked, as he appeared in Natsumi's room. How'd you? No, I wasn't naked. Natsumi asked, because you already took your one shower for the week. Naruto said, and she smiled a bit. Ha. Ha. Natsumi said and pulled her knees to her chest. What's going on? Naruto asked, is there something wrong with me? Natsumi asked, what do you mean? Naruto asked, like, why doesn't anybody want to know me? I want to know what it's like to have parents. Natsumi said, there's nothing wrong with you. Naruto said, clearly there is. Pervy Sage doesn't want to act like a father. Tsunade doesn't want me, and every time I asked for help growing up, I was turned away. I had to learn how to deal with my period on my own, and I don't even know if I'm doing that right. Natsumi said, I didn't need to know that last part. Anyway, Tsunade never said that she didn't want to hang out and get to know you. She was taken back by the question. You have to realize, she's never had kids and then you just come out with that question. Naruto said, then what about everybody else? Natsumi asked, and he sighed. You don't fully understand how politics around your status as a jinchuriki worked, do you? Naruto asked, what do you mean? Natsumi asked, it wasn't like anybody didn't want to teach you or adopt you, it was that they simply couldn't. The old man didn't want you to fall into the hands of somebody evil in the village, and the civilians didn't want any clans becoming too powerful for adopting a jinchuriki. They met in the middle, unfortunately. The only way you could be adopted was if a civilian family adopted you, and if anybody from the ninja clans were even seen helping you, it was a severe punishment. The civilians gained so much power within the time Dad died, and the old man was reinstated that he was barely able to do that. Naruto said, wait a minute. Why didn't he just change the rules to take away some of their power? Natsumi asked, because he was already Hokage before. The only way power can be stripped from the civilian council or anyone on the council is if a brand new Hokage is given the spot. That's another reason why it's so crucial for Tsunade to become Hokage. Naruto said, then we need to hurry up and get her ass back to the village. Natsumi said, we have to deal with Orochimaru first. Naruto said, oh yeah. Natsumi said, and there was a knock on the door. We didn't order room service. Naruto said, I'm not an employee. Tsunade said, and Natsumi opened the door. What do you want? Natsumi asked, I want to take you up on your offer. When we get back to the village, come by the office and we can chat a bit. Tsunade said, you won't change your mind at the last minute, will you? Natsumi asked, nope. Any questions you have, I'll answer them. Tsunade said, actually, I do have some questions. Girl to lady. Natsumi said, that's my K to leave. Naruto said and vanished. Unknown area, that boy is getting on my last nerve. Orochimaru said, do you want me to go take him out? It's obvious he's looking for Tsunade as well. Perhaps it's best to take him out earlier and avoid any complications that may arrive with him being here. Kabuto said, no. Going alone is much too dangerous. Even for me. Although I have the skills to defeat him, I have no use of my arms at the moment. He would be a difficult task for you to handle alone. I may need to use the sound 4 in order to get rid of him. Orochimaru said, surely you must be joking. Kabuto said, I do not joke around, Kabuto. I watched as he took out Iwaji of the stone in the Chunin exams with something holding him back since he was once recommended to become the 4th Tsuchikage. Orochimaru said, what should we do? Kabuto asked, leave him be for now. His time will come eventually and I will have 2 pairs of Sharingan eyes. Orochimaru said while everyone was doing their own preparations, Naruto went back to the dragon's den to get some more training done with Catalina and Drago. Tsunade was found and now they needed to deal with Orochimaru and Kabuto before heading back to Konoha to have her reinstated as Hokage. A week passed since Tsunade was found and agreed to come back to Konoha for the Hokage position. During that time Natsumi spent almost every day with her trying to form a bond with her and it was working much to her delight. Naruto on the other hand spent the entire week away training with Catalina and Drago to prepare for their upcoming fight. During that time, Natsumi finally learned the Rasengan, but struggled a bit and used a shadow clone to help her form it. Jiraiya was out doing his own thing which consisted of trying to take Natsumi's money to spend at the brothel houses. One day, Natsumi gave him her wallet, but she stole his own wallet and went shopping with Tsunade and Shizune. Speaking of Shizune, she became something like an older sister to Natsumi and helped her with her chakra control to give her better control over the Rasengan. While Naruto was gone, Tsunade and Shizune wondered why he didn't even try to spend time with them. Natsumi told them that it wasn't personal, but he wanted her to get close to them first and then he'd join them. She explained that he already had sister figures and he experienced having a mother already so he wasn't in a rush to get to know them compared to her. She explained that Naruto was a lot stronger than anybody in their graduating class and he could possibly beat Shizune if they were to fight. They were all in Tsunade's hotel room except for Naruto and they were discussing the plan to take out Orochimaru and Kabuto. So, why can't I fight Orochimaru? Natsumi asked, because he'd easily defeat you. The only way for you to get close to his level is for you to use more Nine Tails chakra than you can handle and I'd guess that you'd need at least 4 tails to even compete with him. Jiraiya said, fine. I guess I'll just take on Kabuto then. Natsumi said, we should be able to take him on together. Shizune said, no. Offense, but I feel a lot safer taking him on with Naruto by my side. You're more of a support-type ninja and I need another fighter with me. Natsumi said, don't worry. I can handle my own. Shizune said, I don't know. I'm still not sure. Natsumi said, Shizune is more than capable of handling her own. She is able to fight in close combat with any jonin. Tsunade said, if you say so. Natsumi said, does anybody know when Naruto is coming back? Shizune asked, haven't heard anything from Tatsu since he went there. Natsumi said, he'll be here. The toad said that he was bonding with his familiar trying to get in sync with him or her. Jiraiya said, I can't believe he already has the dragon contract. Sayuri didn't get the contract until she was 17. Tsunade said, not only that. I'm surprised he was able to summon RA after he sealed himself away years before we were born. Jiraiya said, oh man. That was so damn sweet. He kicked Shikaku's ass like it was nothing when they fought. Natsumi said, you were there? Tsunade asked, yup. Gamabunta didn't feel like fighting another tailed beast so Naruto summoned RA. Natsumi said, I'll talk to him once we finish this. Tsunade said, alright. Let's get some sleep. Tomorrow is the day Orochimaru is going down. Jiraiya said next day everyone was ready for the plan and ready to get the day over with. Tsunade did her part and gave Jiraiya a small drug that would wear off before they fought Orochimaru. Shizune was knocked out by Tsunade and Natsumi acted like she didn't know what was going on. The only problem was that Naruto wasn't in on the plan and ran the risk of ruining it. However, Naruto showed up right as they were going along with the plan. So, let me get this straight. She drugged Pervy Sage, knocked out Shizun, and you basically trained yourself to sleep last night. Naruto said, that's about right. Shizun said, so, now instead of one rogue Sannin we have two. Man, you Sannin really aren't that impressive. Naruto said and glanced at a corner, shut up. We were having drinks and she caught me off guard. Jiraiya said, I bet your guard was down because you were staring at her chest and thinking with the head between your legs. Naruto said, well. Jiraiya said and looked away, even when you finally see her after all these years, you still can't keep your pervertedness in check. I'm surprised you haven't started hitting on Shizun. Naruto said, he already tried it. She just laughed in his face. Natsumi said, and then whoever was behind the corner left, all right. That's enough teasing. We need to find Tsunade. Jiraiya said and stood up, finally. It's time to kick some ass. Natsumi said Tsunade, well, Tsunade. What's your answer? Orochimaru asked, I'll heal your arms, but in exchange, you keep your hands off the village. Tsunade said and Orochimaru chuckled, very well. Shall we get started? Orochimaru asked, as they started to walk towards one another and Kabuto. Threw a kunai in the middle right before Tsunade made contact with her jutsu. He's a bit early, but it's part of the plan. Tsunade thought, what is the meaning of this? Am I to understand that you've come here to betray me, Tsunade? After all I've offered you. You would repay me by trying to kill me? Fortunately, I can depend on Kabuto's loyalty. Good thing he arrived in one to see the evil intent hidden in those healing hands of yours. Orochimaru said, yes. She and I are from the medical corps. I could tell she was building up her chakra for an attack. Kabuto said, good job, kid. You managed to detect something not even Orochimaru could, but you're forgetting one thing. Tsunade said, what's that? Kabuto asked, I'm the world's greatest medic. That attack was just a decoy for the real thing. Tsunade said and snapped her fingers, causing Orochimaru to yell out in pain, what did you do? Orochimaru asked, that's a secret. Tsunade said and appears in front of Kabuto before punching him away, my arms. Orochimaru said and he was punched away as well, that's only the beginning. Tsunade yelled and ran after them until they landed in a wide open field. She clearly hasn't slacked off in her training like I thought she would have. Orochimaru thought, as Kabuto helped him stand up, that was her monstrous strength? Not as strong as people made it out to be. Kabuto said, do not be fooled, Kabuto. That was nothing more than a mere fraction of her true strength. Orochimaru said, what's the matter? Are you scared to fight me? Tsunade said as she took off her jacket, taijutsu was never my forte, but I can manage. Kabuto said, as he ate a food pill and went through hand signs activating his chakra scalpels. Kabuto sank underground to try and get a sneak attack from below on Tsunade, but she jumped away. She swung her fist at Kabuto and he barely managed to get out of the way, but she appeared in front of him with a strong kick to the chest, sending him through a boulder. Kabuto upped his speed and tried to cut her muscles with his chakra scalpels, but he went right through her. It was obvious that she was toying with him and she was still leagues ahead of him. Before she could make her next move, she ducked out of the way from Orochimaru, who came at her with a kick to the head. Kabuto took advantage of this and tapped her on the thigh, cutting her muscles. Tsunade jumped back and quickly healed herself to normal before resuming the fight. She was doing well on her own and forced both of them to retreat a few times. They jumped back when she punched the ground one more time and caused rocks to rise up out of the ground. Oh come on. It's 2 against 1 and you can't even take me out. Tsunade said, then how about this? Kabuto said and cut his hand, then threw blood on Tsunade, making her freeze. Such a shame that somebody as respected as you has such a pitiful fear. Finish her, Kabuto. Orochimaru said, of course. Kabuto said and ran at Tsunade, aiming for her heart, but she grabbed his wrist before it made contact. Fool. Tsunade said and kicked away, breaking some of his ribs. In the meantime, what is going on? She's supposed to be weak and afraid of blood. Kabuto thought, I've spent the last week dealing with a teenager who won't stop training until she's nearly dead. I had to heal her wounds which were covered in blood, and I got over my fear of blood. Tsunade said, that doesn't excuse your strength being at this level. Kabuto said, as he started to heal himself, I'm one of the legendary Sannin. Did you honestly think that I would slack off on my training? Oh no. Everyone that saw me only found me because I allowed them to. You don't spend as much time and go on plenty of missions with Jiraiya like I did without picking up something useful. My training never stopped, and I'd say I'm even better than I was before. Tsunade said, and Orochimaru grit his teeth. Kabuto. Now. Orochimaru said, of course. Kabuto said and wiped some blood on a seal. Orochimaru had summoning jutsu. What the hell do you want, Orochimaru? A giant snake asked. Summoning jutsu. Lady Tsunade, I see Manda is here. A giant slug said, ah. Katsuyu, it's been quite some time since we've seen each other. Orochimaru, I want 500 sacrifices after this. Manda said, and then a huge toad fell from the sky. We're not too late, are we? Jiraiya asked as he, Shizune, Naruto and Natsumi arrived on top of Gamabunta. Not at all. Tsunade said, Manda, I've been itching for a fight with you. I need some more snake skin for my sword handle. Gamabunta said, Naruto, look. It's Kabuto. Natsumi said, I can see that. Are you ready for a repeat of the Chunin exams, Kabuto? Naruto asked, don't get cocky. I held back. Kabuto said, we both know that's a lie. I know you went all out and still couldn't beat me. Naruto said, let's just kick his ass already. Natsumi said, look at that. Konoha's pet fox wants to play. Kabuto said and then ducked, and the Kubikurbocho came flying at his head before going back to Natsumi. Nice. How many times did you fail at that? Naruto asked. None. It's like the sword automatically comes back. Natsumi said, well, let's kick some ass. Naruto said. Naruto and Natsumi both vanished from sight, and then Kabuto was sent flying back away from the Sannin. Natsumi had her resistance seals deactivated, boosting her speed up to Jonin level, while Naruto still had his on, but he was still faster than Natsumi. Kabuto was having a hard time finding an opening to attack thanks to their incredible teamwork and the fact that Naruto's Sharingan was reading his every move. He had to duck out of the way when Naruto's sword was about to take his head off and barely managed to get out of the way from Natsumi, nearly cutting him in half, which resulted in him getting a huge gash on his stomach. While healing himself, he heard a screeching noise coming at him and just managed to have Naruto's Chidori stab him in the right shoulder rather than his heart. Naruto jumped back, and then Natsumi shoved a Rasengan into Kabuto's gut. Kabuto took a small chance and cut the muscles near Natsumi's heart before he collapsed. Naruto quickly picked Natsumi up and took her over to Shizune. Shizune, she needs help. Naruto said, what happened? Shizune asked. Kabuto cut the muscles near her heart. I'm not skilled enough to fix that yet. Naruto said, okay. I'll handle this. Shizune said and started to work on Natsumi. Jiraiya and Tsunade vs Orochimaru. Looks like your little protege is down for the count. Jiraiya said, those damn brats. I should have killed them when I had the chance. Orochimaru thought and then looked at Natsumi. Seems like your protege is nearly dead. Orochimaru said, she'll be fine. She's tougher than most experienced shinobi and she still hasn't become Hokage yet. Tsunade said, the job that cost you your beloved Dan and little brother Nawaki? You actually believe she can become Hokage? It's a job for fools. Orochimaru said, then what does that make you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you once wanted to become Hokage and threw a temper tantrum when Sensei chose Minato over you. Jiraiya said, if the Hokage position is a fool's job, then consider me a fool. You're looking at the 5th Hokage and my first duty as Hokage is to kill you right now. Tsunade said. Tsunade jumped off of Katsuyu and started to fight Orochimaru by herself. While Tsunade was swinging at Orochimaru, he was more agile and she had a hard time fighting him. He saw an opening and kicked her off Manda, but Jiraiya caught her and threw her back towards him. Now Tsunade and Jiraiya were both fighting Orochimaru and he wasn't able to dodge as easily now. Every time he would duck out of the way from Tsunade, Jiraiya was there with a knee or kick to the gut. Eventually they had to jump off of Manda since Katsuyu spat her acid on Manda and started to burn his skin. Gamabunta went to cut the head off of Manda, but Manda burrowed underground. Orochimaru wrapped his neck around Jiraiya's throat and that was a huge mistake. Jiraiya started to spin around and then Orochimaru was hit with a chakra-enhanced punch by Tsunade which broke a few bones in his body causing him to shed his skin. Manda came from underground and wrapped himself around Katsuyu, but Katsuyu broke down into smaller slugs to escape. Jiraiya used his swamp of the underworld to trap Manda and Gamabunta just missed taking off Manda's head since Manda quickly returned to the summoning world. Orochimaru was hard-pressed for time and needed to get away, but not before injuring somebody at least. Orochimaru used his speed to run at Naruto with his hands stretched out to take his Sharingan and Jiraiya gave chase. Right when Orochimaru was inches away from Naruto, he froze in place then realized he was underwater drowning. He looked up trying to break the genjutsu when a frenzy of sharks were headed straight for him and before they reached him, the genjutsu broke and Kabuto was holding him up. What was that genjutsu? It was real like Itachi's, but only stronger. It took both me and Kabuto to break out of it. Orochimaru thought and looked at Naruto who was just staring at him. What's the matter, Orochimaru? You look like you've just experienced something bad. Naruto said, damn brat. Kabuto, we're leaving. Orochimaru said and they sunk into the ground. Well, that's over with. Shizen said, how's Natsumi? Naruto asked, she's fine. Apparently the Nine Tails was already healing her so I didn't have to work as hard. Shizen said, he got away again. Jiraiya said, we'll get him eventually. For now, let's head back. Tsunade said, Naruto, pick up your sister. Jiraiya said, sure. Naruto said and just flung her over his shoulder, that's a bit rough. Tsunade thought, Naruto, would you like to have dinner with me and Shizen tonight? Tsunade asked, I guess. Naruto said and then a puff of smoke appeared. Yo. Naruto. Tatsu said, yes. Naruto asked, I've got a message for you. It's from Temari. Tatsu said, who's Temari? Tsunade asked, whoa. You didn't tell me you knew Tsunade Senju. Tatsu said, you didn't ask. Naruto said, right. Right. Anyway, Temari is his girlfriend. Tatsu said, you have a girlfriend? Shizen asked, she's not my girlfriend. Naruto said, sure she isn't. Tatsu said and Naruto read the letter, what does it say? Jiraiya asked, none of your business. Naruto said and wrote a reply, must be a love letter. Tell me, what did she describe in that note? Jiraiya asked as he had his pen and notepad out, it's not that, you perverted idiot. The council is trying to force her into an arranged marriage with Sasuke which is illegal if the current Hokage isn't there to sign off on it. Naruto said and summoned Dash, it's been a while since you summoned me, Naruto. Where do you need to go? Dash asked, I need you to take us back to Konoha. Naruto said, sure. Hop on. Jiraiya, please hold on this time. I won't try to catch you this time. Dash said and they jumped in his back before he flew off. Suna, I'm sorry. What did you just say? Temari asked, we have received a proposal from Konoha for an arranged marriage between you and Sasuke Uchiha. A Suna council member said, how are they able to send such a thing with no Hokage? Temari asked, this has the official Kage stamp. A council member said, that's bullshit and I'm not doing it. Temari said, this is for the betterment of the village. A council member said, no. This is for the betterment of your pockets. I'm the daughter of the late Kazekage and no marriage proposals will be accepted without proper consent of me and my brothers. It's not happening. Temari said, Lady Temari, you must be logical about this. Our village needs this and Konoha is offering us much in return. A council member said, if the village was so desperate for something, how about you go to the daimyo who's responsible for us being in this situation in the first place? Temari asked and then Sand appeared in the room, what is going on? Gaara asked, we have an offer from Konoha to boost our village economy. It's an arranged marriage between Temari and Sasuke Uchiha. The council member said, no. Gaara said, what? The council member asked, I said no. Gaara said, we can have this sent to the fire daimyo and he'll approve of it. A council member said, he would have to go to Konoha anyway before approving it. Temari said, my answer is also no. Kankuro said, as he appeared, we'll meet again later. This meeting is dismissed. A council member said, thanks guys. Temari said, no problem. If the arranged marriage was to Naruto then we would have approved it. Kankuro said and she blushed, shut up. Even if it was him I'd still refuse. I don't want to be in an arranged marriage. Temari said, you say that now. Kankuro said and Temari bashed him upside his head with her fan, I approve of Naruto. Gaara said, before grabbing Kankuro and leaving, idiots. Temari said and used her special seal to summon Tatsu, hi, Temari. Tatsu said, hey, Tatsu. I need you to give this to Naruto. It's very important. Temari said and quickly wrote something down, sure thing. I'll make sure your boyfriend gets it in no time. Tatsu said and left, he's not my boyfriend. Temari said Konoha after flying on Dash for a few hours, Naruto, Natsumi, Tsunade, Jiraiya and Shizune all made it back to Konoha. As they were walking around the village, everyone was staring in awe of Tsunade being back inside the village. Most started to offer her some free stuff from their shops, but she simply declined as they needed to get to the council room. Along the way, Natsumi and Naruto were both being treated like royalty much to their annoyance. The village tried to act like Natsumi wasn't mistreated for 13 years and that didn't sit well with them. They finally made it to the council room where elders Koharu and Hamura were waiting for her. Lady Tsunade, it is good to see you again. Koharu said, yes. We were nearly ready to start preparing to select another Hokage. Hamura said, well, I'm here. Tsunade said, yes. We will send word to the daimyo and have you officially sworn in as Hokage. Koharu said, do we really have to do that? Tsunade asked, yes. Hamura said, fine. I'll do the ceremony. Tsunade said, who will you select as your assistant? Koharu asked, Shizune will be my assistant. Tsunade said, that is acceptable. Anything you want to know before you head to your office? Hamura asked, yes. Why is there an arranged marriage between Sasuke Uchiha and Temari of the Sand being proposed without the consent of the Hokage? Tsunade asked, what? Koharu asked, there is no arranged marriage. If anything like that were to happen, we'd know about it. Besides, there wasn't a Hokage around to even sign off on it. Hamura said, somebody is abusing their power while there was a transition between the Hokage position. Gather the council. It's time for some long overdue changes to happen. Tsunade said, of course. Hamura said, if I may. How did you find out about this? Koharu asked, apparently Naruto and Temari are really good friends. They kept in contact through his summons and she told him about it. Seems like someone proposed the marriage under the pretense that we'd give them money, missions, and more land. Tsunade said, yeah. You can't marry his girlfriend off to somebody else. Natsumi said and Naruto sighed, she's not my girlfriend. Naruto said, liar. I saw her kiss you on the cheek. Natsumi said, Anko and Kurenai kiss me on the cheek all the time. I'm not dating them. Naruto said, that's different. They're like your older sisters. Temari isn't your sister. You even took her on a date. Natsumi said, whatever. Naruto said, yes. Speaking of Kurenai. Lady Tsunade, both Sasuke Uchiha and Kakashi Hatake are in the hospital seemingly in a coma. They fought against Itachi Uchiha and his teammate Kisame Hashigake. Koharu said, I know. I was informed already. I'll heal them before the council meeting. Tsunade said, can I leave? Naruto asked, yes. You may leave. Hamura said and Naruto vanished Kurenai apartment, come on, Kurenai. He'll be fine. Enko said, he hasn't sent a letter through Tatsu and he's on that mission. They're going after Natsumi and I know he'll do anything to protect her. Kurenai said, true, but he's a big boy. We can't treat him like a kid anymore. Enko said, I guess you're right. Kurenai said and Naruto appeared in her apartment, yo. Naruto said and he was immediately hugged by Enko, you had us so worried. Why didn't you send a letter through Tatsu? Are you hurt? Do you need medical assistance? Let me see. Enko said and started to check him over, whatever happened to he's a big boy and we can't treat him like a kid anymore? Kurenai asked, that was mainly for you. Enko said and Naruto managed to get away from her, I'm fine. You weren't this worried when I fought a tailed beast or that deranged IWA ninja during the Chunin exams. Naruto said and sat down, that's different. Enko said and Kurenai rolled her eyes, where's Natsumi? Kurenai asked, with our godmother. Naruto said, Tsunade's back in the village? Kurenai asked, she's the next Hokage. Naruto said, really? No disrespect, but why her? She hasn't been in the village in nearly 20 years. Enko said, it was either her, Jiraiya or Danzo. Take your pick. Naruto said, never mind. Enko said, so, how'd Kakashi survive a fight with Kisame and Itachi? Naruto asked, he wasn't alone. Me, him and Asuma confronted them after they snuck into the village looking for Natsumi. We lost badly and even Kakashi's Sharingan was no match for Itachi's. Kurenai said, of course it wasn't. Kakashi may be quite adept at using the Sharingan, but he can never use it like an Uchiha. Naruto said, even my genjutsu didn't work on him. Kurenai said, what? Naruto asked, my genjutsu didn't work on him at all. Kurenai said, no, I heard you, but why would you even attempt to use genjutsu on him? Your genjutsu didn't even work on me. Naruto said and Enko started to laugh, I still can't believe you tried to use genjutsu on Itachi. Enko said holding her stomach, okay. I get it. Kurenai said, so, what happened on the mission to get Tsunade? Enko asked, nothing much. Natsumi got to bond with Tsunade and Shizun. I spent most of the time training with Drago and Catalina at the Dragon's Den. Naruto said, so you didn't even attempt to try and bond with them? Kurenai asked, I didn't see the point. Natsumi needs it more than me. She doesn't know what it's like to have a family other than myself. Don't get me wrong, I understand that she's my godmother and all, but in terms of needing a mother or father figure, I don't need one. Naruto said, I still think you should get to know her. Kurenai said, I will, but Natsumi comes first and then I'll talk to her. Naruto said, fine. Now, let's talk about your little girlfriend. Enko said and Naruto sighed. 1 month later. It's been 1 month since Tsunade took over as Hokage and a lot has changed. She was going to start a medical program that was denied when she first proposed it during the first Shinobi War and anybody could sign up for it. The council was disbanded and replaced with new people who weren't corrupt. Tsunade also found out that the civilian council passed a law that prevented them from paying taxes before Hiruzen took over as Hokage again. Tsunade got rid of that law and made them pay nearly 14 years of back taxes and sentenced them to 5 years in jail. The arranged marriage between Temari and Sasuke was also torn up since there was no Hokage at the time who had to see it. Natsumi over the past 2 weeks has been by Tsunade's side every day after her training with Kakashi and Team 7. Their teamwork was horrible still, but instead of it being because of Natsumi and Sakura it was because of Sasuke. His temper was getting the best of him because Natsumi surpassed him in strength and he refused to work with them. Another reason is because Natsumi outranks him as she was one of the 3 people that were recommended to become Chunin from Konoha with Naruto and Shikamaru being the other 2. Natsumi was allowed to go inside of the Senju compound which was protected by barrier seals to keep everyone out and she trained there with Tsunade along with the Umbu that helped her prepare for the Chunin exams. Naruto was constantly out on missions since he was always recommended. This month alone he's done 5 C-rank missions and 7 B-rank missions. Of course he still had to deal with Danzo and his group of rude Umbu, but they were easily taken care of. Naruto finally told Natsumi about Danzo and his root Shinobi that he sent after her over the years. Her reaction was what you'd expect it to be. During a council meeting she kicked the door in and punched Danzo right in the face. Of course they tried to stop her, but seeing as she was in her Kushina mode as people started to call it, they left her alone. Tsunade had no choice other than to suspend her, but it was only for 2 weeks. Currently Naruto just arrived in Tsunade's office returning from an A-rank mission. "I'm back." Naruto said, "I can see that. How'd the mission go?" Tsunade asked. "I managed to escort her back to her village. There were a few bandits and a rogue ninja, but the mission was successful." Naruto said and gave her the report. "Who was the missing ninja?" Tsunade asked. "Kagura. Apparently she wanted to be your apprentice before she went rogue since you declined her." Naruto said and tossed her another scroll. "What's this?" Tsunade asked. "Her body." Naruto said, "You managed to kill her?" "She was a member of the Umbu before she went rogue." Tsunade said, "Yeah, but that was almost 20 years ago. It didn't help that she only had skills in Kenjutsu. Although her use of chakra strings were a bit annoying, I got the job done." Naruto said and Tsunade unsealed the body. "She's riddled with multiple stab wounds." Tsunade said, "Yeah, I made her kill herself." Naruto said, "What?" Tsunade asked. "Genjutsu. I made it seem like she used her knives to stab me all over and when she was done, I faded away. She collapsed after I released the genjutsu." Naruto said, "I see. I'll make sure to give you the pay for her bounty by the end of the week." Tsunade said, "Thanks." Naruto said and Shizun came into the office. "Lady Tsunade, the leader of the Kiri rebels, Mei Terumi has arrived." Shizun said, "Send her in." Tsunade said, "Yes ma'am." Shizun said the door opened and Mei walked in followed by 2 guards. Naruto took note of her guards and one of them had a giant sword in his back. He was clearly younger than Mei and her second guard who seemed to be serious all the time. "Greetings, Lady Tsunade. I am Mei Terumi. These are my bodyguards Ao and Chojuro," Mei said and bowed with her guards, Mei, Ao, and Chojuro. "A pleasure to see you. I understand you want to discuss something of importance with me." Tsunade said and gestured for Mei to sit down. "Yes. As you know, I am the leader of the rebel faction in Kiri and I am leading a rebellion against the current Mizukage who decided to kill off all bloodline users such as myself." Mei said, "I am aware." Tsunade said, "I am here for 2 reasons. I'd like to formally request help in defeating our current Mizukage and in doing so, an alliance between our 2 villages after I become Mizukage." Mei said, "While I am aware of what's going on in Kiri a bit, I must formally decline the offer since Konoha would be in a tough spot if the rebellion faction were to lose." Tsunade said, "We have already taken out a good portion of Yagura's forces and we just need a bit more help due to our Yagura's status." Mei said, "His status?" Tsunade asked. I cannot say due to the fact that you have declined my proposal. Mei said, while I am formally declining with you, I am unofficially agreeing to help you. I can't send anybody right now because it would look suspicious, but if you can hang on for a few more months then the most that I can send is a team of our best Umbu and possibly a few Jonin. Tsunade said, I see. If I may ask, who is this young man? Mei asked and looked at Naruto, that is Naruto Uchiha Namikaze. He's a Chunin just returning from an A-rank mission. Tsunade said, pleasure to meet you, Naruto. Mei said and he nodded, likewise. Naruto said, where is your team for the A-rank mission? Mei asked, I did the mission by myself. Naruto said, very impressive. Mei said, thank you. Naruto said and Ao whispered something into Mei's ear, yes. My apologies. Lady Tsunade, it has come to my attention that Konoha is in possession of Kiri property and I would like to request it be returned. Mei said, what property? Tsunade asked, the Kubikuribocho. The blade was once wielded by Zabuza Momochi. Mei said, you can forget about getting it back. Besides, if we return the Kubikuribocho, your guard has to return the eye he has hidden behind that eye patch. Naruto said, he knows. Ao thought, you don't understand. That sword is essential to the survival of our forces. Chojuro said, you don't understand how that blade got to Konoha. Long story short, Zabuza gave that blade to its current wielder with his last dying breath and trusting her to carry on its legacy. In short, that blade is in the hands of the rightful owner since it was passed down from the former wielder of the blade. Naruto said, then I would like to challenge the wielder of the Kubikuribocho. Chojuro said and Naruto smirked, with what? Naruto asked, with the Hiramakari. Chojuro said and when he reached for his sword it was gone, it's gone. Chojuro thought, you can't challenge somebody for a blade if you can't even keep somebody from taking yours so easily. If you were to challenge her, you'd lose. Naruto said as he was holding Hiramakari, he's fast. My Byakugan didn't even see him move. Ao thought and Tsunade sighed, that's enough, Naruto. Tsunade said, fine. Naruto said and tossed the Hiramakari back to Chojuro who nearly dropped it, as you can see, Mei. The Kubikuribocho is in possession of its rightful wielder due to it being passed down. I will allow Ao to keep his eye if you agree to let the Kubikuribocho remain with its wielder. Tsunade said and Mei nodded, I can agree to those terms. However, I would like to meet the current wielder of the Kubikuribocho if possible. Mei said, that is not possible. She is currently on a mission with her team right now. Which reminds me, you were requested for backup, Naruto. Seems like they ran into some trouble. Tsunade said and tossed him a scroll, fine. There goes my time. Off. Naruto said and vanished, quite the shinobi you have there. Mei said, yes. He was personally requested by the Fire Daimyo himself for a promotion to Chunin. Tsunade said, very impressive. Mei said 2 days later Naruto was flying around on Dash and he was going to meet up with his team. Apparently the actress known as Yuki Fujikaze was being hunted down by her uncle for control over Snow Country due to her actual name being Koyuki Kazuhana, the princess of the land of snow. Everything was going great until they ran into some of her uncle Dado's henchmen and Kakashi had a run-in with them before. They could have won, but the enemy had some kind of chakra armor and they were able to use ice ninjutsu. As he was flying around on Dash, he spotted something that looked like a slaughter and had Dash land there. Seems the enemy is quite ruthless. Dash said, yeah. Whoever this Dado guy is doesn't play games when it comes to stuff like this. Naruto said, Naruto, I can sense Natsume's chakra 20 miles north of here. The others are there as well. Dash said, let's go. Naruto said and Dash quickly flew off Dado's hideout. Natsume just escaped being held hostage and managed to get Koyuki out as well. She met up with Kakashi, Sakura and Sasuke on the way and got her weapons back except for the Kubikuribocho. Dato took her sword and planned to keep it for himself as he had it under heavy guard. Well, he thought it was under heavy guard. Naruto managed to get in and get the sword back. Well done, Koyuki. Dato said, and Koyuki ran up to him as his three stooges appeared to keep Kakashi away from her. This shouldn't be a surprise to any of you. I mean, really? I'm an actress, aren't I? Koyuki asked. There you have it. Another brilliant performance by the great Yuki Fujikaze. Dato said, yes. It was all an act. Koyuki said, and stabbed him with a hidden blade. You stupid girl. Dato said, and started to choke her. I always knew that I would die when I came back here. Koyuki said, and started to fade. Dragon's roar. Dato jumped out of the way from a large beam that destroyed the throne he was sitting on, and everyone else jumped back as well. Natsumi used a weak wind jutsu to blow away the smoke, and Koyuki was nowhere to be found. Who did that? Dato yelled. I did. Naruto said, as he appeared with Koyuki on his back. Naruto. Sakura said, well, it took you long enough. Natsumi said, I was on a mission before I came here. Oh, and next time I have to get this, I'm keeping it. Naruto said, and threw the Kubikuribocho to her. Heh. Sorry about that. Natsumi said, it's good that you're here. We could use the extra pair of hands. They have some kind of armor that absorbs chakra. Kakashi said, maybe your kind of chakra, but for me and Natsumi this shit is no problem for us. Naruto said, how? Sakura asked, because we have two different kinds of chakra, and I'm surprised Natsumi hasn't used hers to break that thing off of herself. Naruto said, two kinds of chakra? Natsumi asked, your current roommate. Naruto said, and pointed at her stomach. Oh yeah. Natsumi said, Naruto, you handle Doto, Sakura and Sasuke handle Fubuki. Natsumi, Mizore is yours. Leave Nadar to me. Kakashi said, I don't need help. I can handle her on my own. Sasuke said, yet she had to save your arrogant ass from dying the first time we fought them. Face it, Sasuke. You're not that good. Natsumi said, and then ran at Mizore. Koyuki, did you really think you could kill me with this little toy? Dato asked, and tore off his coat, revealing a newer version of chakra armor. So, that's the chakra armor. Naruto said, that's right, boy. Our latest prototype. Dato said, as wings appeared from the armor, so he flew at Koyuki and grabbed her before leaving. He's getting away. Sakura said, as she jumped out of the way for a head kick. No, he isn't. Dash. Naruto yelled, and Dash came crashing through the ceiling. Is that a dragon? Sakura asked. Yup. Let's go. Naruto said, as he hopped on Dash and flew away. Naruto vs. Doto. Doto took Koyuki over to where her hex crystal needed to be used in order to get the secret her father had hidden away, and he was disappointed. There was nothing there except for a generator, which pissed him off. I don't see it. Where's the treasure? Doto said, as he looked around. It's so warm. What's going on? Koyuki asked. A heat generator? This is the hidden treasure of the Kazahana clan. Doto said, looks like somebody is disappointed. Naruto said, as he landed in front of Koyuki, you again. Doto said, looks like your plan is ruined. You did all of that and you were let down. Naruto said, shut up. Doto said. Doto went through hand signs and used the ice style, Black Dragon Blizzard. Naruto grabbed Koyuki as the jutsu came near them, activated his Manjikyu Sharingan and used the Amenoto Jikara to switch places with Doto. Doto was hit by his own jutsu, but the chakra armor nullified some of the damage he would have taken. Before Doto could make his next move, Naruto appeared in front of him and gave him a strong uppercut that broke his jaw. Naruto started to take Doto on using taijutsu only and clearly outmatched him since Doto relied too much on his chakra armor. Doto was wondering why his armor wasn't absorbing Naruto's chakra every time he touched him, and what he didn't know was that Naruto was using his draconic chakra. Doto grew furious and started swinging wildly at Naruto, who expertly moved out of the way and started to strike him all along the left side of his body. Doto's entire left arm was just dangling by his side and Naruto caught him with a head kick. By now Kakashi, Sakura, Sasuke and Natsumi had all shown up to the fight after successfully defeating their opponents. Naruto went for another punch to Doto's stomach, but a beam from the chakra armor shot right at him and he barely had enough time to shield himself with his draconic chakra. He was sent flying into the air before he fell down into the ice-cold water and everyone was looking on worried. Well, not Sasuke, who didn't even care. Doto started to walk away over to Koyuki, but then the ground started to shake. What the hell is that? Doto asked, and then multiple shadow clones of Naruto came bursting out of the water. It's payback time, Doto. However, you have interest included. This is straight from Natsumi's ninja handbook. Naruto said, "Oh hell yeah. Kick his ass." Natsumi yelled, "It doesn't matter." Doto said Doto went through hand signs as best as he could since his left arm was basically numb and used the Twin Dragon Blizzard. Each shadow clone of Naruto's was destroyed by the jutsu, which caused a black tornado to form as they were being destroyed. The blizzard ended and Doto had a maniacal grin on his face. It's over. This ridiculous little farce is over. Doto said, "Not yet, you crazy son of a bitch." Natsumi yelled Doto and everyone else turned around to see Naruto standing there with his draconic chakra surrounding him in the form of a dragon. Naruto started to add more chakra into the Dragon Lord jutsu and Doto became worried since he's never seen something like that before. The light reflecting from the generator gave the jutsu surrounding Naruto a rainbow-like appearance and even added more power to the jutsu as well. Naruto flew off towards Doto at incredible speeds, and when Doto went to attack Naruto, it was pointless. All you could hear was a roar from the jutsu followed by a huge explosion, and if you listened closely, you could hear Doto scream at the top of his lungs as the jutsu killed him. Whoa! Sakura said, "You can say that again." Natsumi said, "Incredible. It's like every time he comes around he manages to surprise us with something new." Kakashi thought, "He has to teach me that." Natsumi said, as she ran over to him, "The last thing we need is you having something like that in your repertoire." Sakura said, as she followed her, "Shut up, Pinky." Natsumi said and helped Naruto stand up, "Can you two get along for once?" Naruto asked, "We get along, sometimes." Natsumi said, "Yeah. We're working on it." Sakura said, "Right." Naruto said, "On to more important things. Can you teach me that?" Natsumi asked, "No." Naruto said, "Why not?" Natsumi asked, "There's multiple reasons. You don't have the dragon contract, you're not capable of using draconic chakra, and most importantly, it would kill you if you tried it. You won't have even the slightest control over it. I barely have control over it. That's why every time I use it you can hear a roar before the explosion. That's me losing control and having to quickly release the chakra." Naruto said, "So the explosion isn't supposed to happen?" Sakura asked, "No." Naruto said, and then the snow around them quickly melted away. "What the hell? Is it springtime now?" Natsumi asked, "Something like that." Naruto said few days later, "So, I guess it'll be back to winter soon, huh?" Sakura asked, as they were celebrating Koyuki becoming the official leader of Snow Country. "Not really. If we take what we know and keep researching, before you know it the land of snow will become the land of spring." Koyuki said, "Yeah, but it's kind of a shame. You're such a big star. Are you going to retire from acting?" Sakura asked, "Who said I was retiring? Ruling over the land of snow and acting? I think I can handle both. I mean, I'd have to be out of my mind to give it up now." Koyuki said, as she held up a movie script that Kakashi, Naruto, and Natsumi all recognized. That script." Kakashi said, "Well, I'll be seeing you." Koyuki said and walked away. "That script. She's perfect. Kakashi said, great. It's only been a few days since we saved this place and Pervy Sage is already sinking his perverted claws into her. Just great. Natsumi said, relax. Chances are she reads the script and doesn't even do the movie. Naruto said, what makes you say that? Natsumi asked, trust me. If the movie is an adaptation of the book and he was the only person who wrote the script, no woman would ever do that movie unless she's desperate. Naruto said, I guess you're right. Oh. I have a surprise for you. Natsumi said and gave him an envelope. What's this? Naruto asked. Princess Koyuki's signature on a personal photo. Natsumi said and Naruto looked at the picture to see Koyuki kissing him on the cheek while he was in the hospital sleeping. This is a bit creepy. Naruto said, oh. Tatsu came by and I had her give one to Temari as well. Natsumi said and he sighed, why? Why would you do that? Naruto asked, payback for having me train with Bushiroad sensei. Natsumi said and Tatsu appeared, ah. She's so cute. Sakura said and grabbed Tatsu rubbing her against her cheek, unhand me. Tatsu said and electrocuted Sakura with some lighting chakra, oh. Tatsu hates that. It's nothing personal, Sakura. Naruto said, duly noted. Sakura said and passed out, so, what brings you here Tatsu? Naruto asked and Tatsu grinned, message from Temari, Naruto. Tatsu said and coughed up a scroll, wipe that grin off of your face. Naruto said, whatever. See ya. Tatsu said and zapped him before leaving, why didn't you flinch or pass out? Natsumi asked, I have a lightning chakra nature and I've become used to her doing that. Naruto said as he read the letter from Temari, what does it say? Natsumi asked with an innocent smile, your payback is going to be so severe that it will make what I did to you when we were 9 look like child's play. Naruto said and she paled, is it too late to say I'm sorry? Natsumi asked, it was too late when you sent that picture to Temari. Naruto said and Koyuki turned around then winked at him, see. She doesn't mind. Natsumi said Konoha Tsunade's office, so, I'll take it as everything went well. Tsunade said, for the most part. Kakashi said, what of Princess Koyuki? Tsunade asked, she's safe. Her uncle was defeated and she took her place as the ruler of Snow Country. Kakashi said, that's good news. Any time important I should know? Tsunade asked, yeah. We wouldn't have needed backup, if the duck-ass hairstyle, emo bastard would follow orders. Natsumi said, what happened? Tsunade asked, well, Sasuke abandoned his post to guard Koyuki and she was nearly captured when we arrived back in Snow Country where we first encountered the enemy. Kakashi said, yeah, and Pinky had to save his life before he almost got killed. Natsumi said, listen, Sasuke. I don't know what you were thinking, but I've been lenient with you so far and you clearly are taking advantage of that. This is the 5th time since I've taken over that you're being reported for misconduct on a mission. Before it was mainly D and C rank missions so I let it slide, but this was an S rank mission. You're suspended until further notice. Tsunade said, you can't do that to me. Do you know who I am? Sasuke yelled and then she grabbed him by his collar, yeah. I know who you are and I don't give 2 shits about who you are. That little vendetta you have with Itachi is something I don't care about, but when your actions are detrimental to the team and endanger a mission that's when I get involved. Get your shit together or you won't live long enough to see his death. Tsunade said and threw him to the ground, you tell him. Natsumi said, be quiet. Now, you'll all receive pay for an S-rank mission later today. You're all dismissed, except Naruto. Tsunade said, oh. You're in trouble. Natsumi said and walked out with everyone else, you're not in trouble. Tsunade said, so, what's up? Naruto asked, I have a SS-ranked mission for you. Tsunade said and he raised an eyebrow, never heard of one of those. Naruto said, that's because they're rarely given out. Tsunade said, "What's the mission?" Naruto asked, "In a few months I'm sending you to Kiri with a squad of Umbu. You're going to help Mei Terumi and the rebellion faction end the civil war. She personally asked for you to be on this mission thanks to your actions while she was here." Tsunade said, "I thought you formally denied the request." Naruto said, "I did, but elders Hamura and Koharu came in shortly after you left. We had a meeting with the council and everything went smoothly. We were able to come to an agreement with Mei." Tsunade said, "Why do I have a bad feeling about this?" Naruto asked, "It's not much really. She just asked that you become her husband." Tsunade said, "Not happening." Naruto said, "Why not?" Tsunade asked, "Because I don't like arranged marriages. I don't know her, she's like twice my age and I already have Temari to deal with thanks to Natsumi. Me becoming her boyfriend isn't happening. Tell her to take her ass out on a date or something and meet somebody." Naruto said, "I'll tell her what you said, but the mission starts in a few months. Most likely around this time Natsumi leaves." Tsunade said, "She's leaving?" Naruto asked, "Yes. Jiraiya wants to take her on a training trip for almost 3 years to get the Akatsuki off of her trail. I approved it already." Tsunade said, "All right. I'll go to the war, but let her know that if she tries anything I'm leaving." Naruto said, "Fine. Now, on to other matters. Me, Shizun and Natsumi are having a planned dinner at the Senju compound later. Do you wish to join?" Tsunade asked and Naruto sighed, "I'll think about it." Naruto said, "Good. You're dismissed." Tsunade said and he vanished. Naruto appeared in his apartment and began looking over the jutsus his father left for him. They were complicated, but he understood them perfectly fine and knew he could learn them. He was skilled enough in Fuin Jutsu to learn them, but it was the matter of using the right kind of seals for them to work. While he was studying them, he took the time to send a reply to Temari and had a feeling that things weren't going to be easy with her. All he knew was that his life was going to change in a few months and he needed to be prepared for anything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. Guys, make sure to help the author by visiting the link in the description. This is Fox Sage, and I'm signing off.